like a bottle-sized sailboat in a high wind, trying high seas again, with the rigging too warm to mend, and the storm just coming in, until it starts to spin. Overboard there go the men, screaming out dear Lord, not again, but it's just the beginning, not the end.
Tiller it starts to spin as overboard there go the men, screaming oh dear Lord, no not again, but it's just the beginning, no not the end. She tucks you in and lays your head to rest. With the luck you're in, she'll tear that treasure right out of your chest. She tucks you in, circle and start to sing. Juxtaposition, 2 rounds and you're in the drink. You're like a bottle-sized sailboat in a high wind, trying high seas again, with the rigging too worn to mend, and the storm just coming in. The captain in sick bay, night of dead, no sign of clearer skies ahead. But hold fast, dear lads, this is not her last. This is just the beginning, no, not the end. 'Cause she'll tuck you in and lay your head to rest. With the luck you're in, she'll tear that treasure right out of your chest. She tucks you in, circle and start to sing. Juxtaposition, 2 rounds and you're in the drink. Tucks you in and lays your head to rest. With the luck you're in, she'll tear the treasure right out of your chest. She sucks you in, you circle and start to sink. Juxtaposition, 2 rounds and you're in the drink.
You're like a bottle-sized sailboat in a high wind, trying high seas again, with the rigging too worn to mend, and the storm just coming in. The tiller it starts to spin as overboard there go the men, screaming oh dear Lord, no not again, but it's just the beginning, not the end.
What's going on, guys? Got some Destiny drums and some Hades 2.
When's the next merch drop? I think in a week, believe it or not. How did you find Chris? I think Erudite did. Any reason why you opt to live stream bridges? No, not really, actually. I just like live streaming. But there's not really a good reason to do it. Live? Wait, I don't remember what I just said. I can't answer these questions. Why do I do it live? Because, yeah, I don't know, because I'm a live streamer. People like to see stuff live. There might not be like a good, there might not be a good reason for it. I might change that in the future. At least for bridges. Maybe anything else like works live. Maybe bridges shouldn't be. I don't know. I don't have like a strong attachment to it either way. Yeah, I don't know. Will there be an RSS feed to subscribe to for? I don't know. Maybe, I guess. I'm not sure.
Another testament awaits. This I vow.
Oh, nice. What's happening in stream? Nothing. Just probably talking about that dumb shit. It's not as exciting as you want it to be, though. I have a lens that goes down to 50. It's 50 to 100, and then one that goes up to like 38. I feel like I need like a 44 for this shot because I can't move the camera back anymore, and the other one was too wide. Kind of annoying. When there's two of us here, it's harder.
Commencing.
This looks really good, though. I think the lighting looks good. I think the sound was
They
good.
pumped something like a couple $1 million worth of arms for the gorilla.
So all the stuff that came after. But there's a whole bunch of reasons, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm just analyzing this now as a civilian who, well, like, I have the luxury of, like, situations.
The ability that maybe
Yeah. Okay.
All done.
You figured out the compression shit. Every time you're done, yell at A. No, everything should be fine. Last night we streamed for like 5 hours and we did the whole audio thing. Everything should be good. Everything should be focused on everything. Everything should be good production wise. 100%. I'll put that over again, hopefully.
Some seeds.
I think, okay. I think probably gonna be another Bridges episode with a guy called Rugged Man on the 13th. I might like take the next like 3 or 4 days off. I'm not sure. I feel like right now, I think there's like too much of a combination of things that are driving me insane. And I'm either going to like dramatically divert the way that I engage with people, or I just have to settle some things in my brain. And I've already like bounced a few
The fates won't
ideas
mind.
around. I don't know what that's going to look like. I'm pretty sure. I think I'm going to axe any introduction of me as progressive or far left, and I think I'm probably going to cut ties with anything that has anything to do with that from now on. I don't know if I'm going to ever associate with any of that shit again. The spaces are driving me insane. I think the people are mostly horrible, and the ones that aren't calling them out don't like make it. So I don't know.
Sure, why not?
I'm trying to think. You watched Muda's Keffel's video yet? No, I don't really care that much. Is Ludwig part of those spaces? Yes. Ludwig is like the worst type of person. Ludwig is like the guy that stands in the watchtower, like he's not actually killing Jews in the concentration camp, but he's making sure nobody gets in or out that's not supposed to. I think the combination of things I think right now that are overloading my brain too much are it's we have current conversations.
What's in the well this time?
There's like a there's a combination of things that are happening that are driving me too insane right now, but I don't know if I can handle all of them. We'll just
No, you don't.
so it's irritating that any type of insult is greenlit towards me. Okay. There is a bad faith summary or explanation of anything I believe or do, believe in or do.
Nicely done.
One, two.
Where have you been lately?
I'm sorry that
You went
Generally
back.
excluded from all of these places, either explicitly or implicitly.
Do you like it?
always use more.
All in an evening's work.
I think, yeah, okay. I think the things that are driving me the craziest, it has to do with the concept of like the cry bullying. I think is what I. Oh, and
Couldn't do it.
so I don't like that when I fight with people, all forms of insults are like okay for me. So whether it's making fun of personal stuff, you know, whether it's making fun of my sexuality, whether it's making fun of my being racist, like all of these are okay, which
Carlo's light.
is fine for me, but not when I can't do anything in return. It fucks my head up way too much. I would much rather fight with Nazis who will call me racial slurs that I can go hard against than fight with cry bullies who, if you say anything, it just is, this is too much. The cry bullying is way too much. For the bad faith summary or explanation of anything I believe in or do, I don't really care as much about that. Like, people are always going to do it. What I don't like is that the people that do this are people that shouldn't even have an opinion of me. And it's people that are retarded. That drives me crazy. So the fucking slime dude, the dude who's fucking dad crack OD'd in front of him or whatever, that guy, he doesn't know anything about anything that I do, anything that I talk about. I don't need him to say anything good about me. I don't care. He shouldn't have an opinion about me, and he shouldn't be talking about me. That just drives me crazy, in conjunction with all these other things, right? It drives me crazy when retards try to summarize or talk about anything that I do and then give this like huge audiences, and then it gets greenlit by everybody else. Obviously I'm hardcore. Oh, and it's always done just for like clout too. Like, it's not like these people have like any measured position here or like feel very strongly about this. It's always like, well, you know, I have to do this because this is like the popular Zoomer take. Like, this is what we have to say. It's just fucking annoying. Obviously I'm hardcore. I'm banned from Twitch and I'm never getting invited on any of these shows, which is on its own is whatever. But obviously I have no chance to correct the record or fight against any of the like they obviously stupid things are saying. And then my community being way too accountable of me, like, makes me want to kill myself. It's way too much. I can't handle. I think I banned like 500 of you fucking morons yesterday. I just fucking got the idea that like I've got like a whole community of people that are, you know, call me cucks, fags, send me death threats, send me whatever, make fun of 50 million fucking different things. And then I post a picture of Ludwig's autistic fucking girlfriend crying on stream for attention because she can't raise money for her stupid fucking shows anymore. And then it's like, oh my god, this is too far. Like, bro, these people, like, Ludwig has greenlit so much retarded shit against me. Like, he is such an invertebrate, like, spineless fuck. It drives me insane that I have to treat him with kids gloves while he like green lights like every type of like thing against me. I can't. There's too many different factors here that are. I can't have all of these, so I have to figure out. So I have to change something. The first thing is just dropping all pretense of how I deal with people. So hold on. The first one is just dropping all pretense of how I deal with people. So I greenlight everything. Like, okay, well, we're gonna make fun of this.
Dude, you're
gonna
such a
cap it, then
cunt,
okay, we'll go
bro.
through it. I don't give a fuck anymore. Obviously, there are pros and cons to that. Can you give us some examples of the Ludwig stuff? It's hard to push back on him when it's so sneaky. It would be nice to lay it all out. but
Wait,
it's
what?
not- it's
You
not
just
worth it, because
killed
he's, like-
all those
because He's such
people?
a cowardly fuck. Like, he just kind of like will float in between all of it. Stuff for Ludwig. I mean, like, what is it? Like, he had a really weird slanted telling of a story where he was trying to pretend that, like, Melina was, like, walking, or Cutebot or her friends were walking around trying to find people to fuck my girlfriend at some event, at some pedophile event that he fucking was hosting or giving commentary to. Some Smash Kids
Fair
event,
is fair.
which was not true. The way that he framed it was obviously not true. He blamed me for doxing Hassan in between slurping loads out of his fucking nutsack. He was on stream saying that I was the one that initially spread his dox, even though I was talking about a story that had already been published like 3 days prior. He blamed me for that. He took down a story because Hassan said that he was going to stop fucking his ass if he actually left up a video where he made like a 2-second clip where he joked about something that Hassan had said about the streamer privilege thing, and Hassan was so unbelievably sensitive, more sensitive than the head of his cock after Ludwig spent 2 hours polishing it with his tongue, okay? He was so sensitive that Ludwig deleted that whole video, lied about why he deleted the video, and then reposted a new video where he blamed my entire community for harassment because of one random DM he got from a guy on Twitter who had nothing to do with me. He's like the most cowardly, subhuman, like spineless fuck. And I've like tried to, sometimes I've like, I think I've expressed frustration, probably mainly. Oftentimes I try to like high road it because it's like whatever. This is all true, but what does Cutie have to do with this? Cutie's also a cuck. She sided with Casey Trent. She like has harassed the fuck out of me in the past a ton. Like we were like kind of okay, but like also I just don't give a fuck. If you associate with somebody like that, fuck you. Fuck, I don't care anymore. Like what? Like the idea that like the weird slime dude who failed to revive his fucking dying dad in front of him or whatever because he was too busy passed out after drinking all night. That guy like making a weird comment about me in the show, which was honestly whatever. You want to make your fucking throwaway fucking comments, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. For him to make the throwaway comment and then go into Reddit and like, oh, I've got a friend who's in Palestine and Destiny's a piece of shit human, and then go into Twitter and make another thread. It's like, bro, you're making so many fucking threads about me. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's just so irritating. God, it's so fucking irritating. Holy shit. And then obviously like Ludwig is co-signing all of these fucking attacks, right? Because it's like within the contract for Hassan that he only gets so much access to his cock, I guess, based on how many attacks against me he lets slide on his show or his Twitter or whatever. It's just, fuck, I can't, yeah, it's too much. I can't handle it all. Yeah. Yeah, fuck. Jesus, it's just way too much. Did you see Ludwig explain the vibes thing? Yeah, I don't know. Every person I've met in real life, I've had a pretty good interaction with. I'm not a very rude person, but everybody like likes to make shit up, I guess. I mean, I shouldn't necessarily blame Ludwig. Like, he might just be reading scripts that Hassan sends him. Like, would you blame an actor for, you know, what the writer is telling him to perform on screen? I don't know. Maybe it's not actually Ludwig's fault. Maybe I should be blaming Hassan for sending him a bad script instead. What would Ludwig have to do to make you change your mind about him? I don't think I can say it on YouTube. I'll get permabanned. Should I talk to him? No, I have no desire. He's a subhuman fuck. It's worthless. These are all worthless people. Yeah. Like I said, I don't want credit or props or anything from these people. I wish they just wouldn't fucking talk about me. It's so irritating hearing them say anything about me. And then like all the other stuff that piles into this. It's just, yeah, these like all these factors like coming together is like so much. Yeah. You know, you need to shout out your rage. Yeah, actually, he seems relatively measured. Yeah. For the most part. I don't really care if people don't like me. Yeah, but it's just like, it's the lying, and then it's the like, the tri-bullying, the like going as hard as you want, and then I can't counter with anything without like my community swing the fuck out. Did you see Pokemon liking Ludwig's tweets? Yeah, female Ludwig would like Ludwig's tweets. That's not surprising at all. She also like has to keep her caught up with whatever fucking community she needs to be a part of. But I don't. I mean, what do I need? I need Pokey's opinion on April House. About as well as her opinion on everything else.
That's quite enough.
Dude, 16 heat blows my nutsack.
Cinder.
Yeah. I
I
don't know.
doubt I'm gonna beat Scylla like this.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what I have to do.
And I also started with the wrong keepsake. That's
The
cute.
Titan.
The Pokebridge burn. I don't know. I'm so bored of like the I don't even know what you would call them. Like the mainstream safe opinion crowd. It's like the influencer crowd who always has to have the public safe, the PR safe
Let's see how
opinion on
this
everything.
goes.
Normally I wouldn't care, but then I end up getting thrown under the bus by a bunch of people that are functionally retarded. And it's just, yeah, it's irritating as fuck to me.
The Rim of Oceanus. Going.
Yeah. Ludwig is pro-Palestine. Is that a safe opinion? Ludwig is not pro-Palestine. Ludwig doesn't know anything about Palestine. Ludwig doesn't know anything about anything outside of, smashing kids or whatever the fuck they do in the Super Smash Melee community or whatever. I don't even know what the fuck he does. I have no
Fates
fucking
won't
idea.
mind.
Yeah, I don't, yeah. Nobody, 99% of the influencers you see online are not like pro-Palestine or pro-Israel. They're pro whatever like the Zoomer safe opinion to give now is. That's it. It's just. Ordinarily, I wouldn't care, but when people have like such strong opinions about it, and then like start to attack other people, like why are you attacking me over the history of a country that like you literally know nothing about? You don't know anything about this, and you haven't done any homework, and you don't like why such a strong opinion? Yeah, it's just that's irritating. Why don't I just like focus on homelessness? Okay, like let's have like streamers against homelessness. Okay, that'd be great. Okay.
Hold.
Destiny, a grand 90%, but on your point to the sole association with bad actors, making yourself a bad actor in your eyes, do you hold everyone to such a high standard? No, you fucking retard. Yeah, no, this is, I'm not around.
It's
This
her.
is my fault. It's the level of charitability that I've treated these guys with as well is also like, yeah. It's like mind fucked you guys too, because you're like, oh well, aren't these guys like really good except for this one thing or blah blah blah. It's like, no, these people are trash fucking people. They engage in so much fucking retarded fucking shit. And then it's like, well, it's a sole association with this person when they have it, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, that's
These
yeah, it's just
waters
fucking
is-
annoying.
That may be ju-
It's what kick streamers do to you, and Trainwreck's co-signing it and say nothing on his podcast. I don't even care as much about that. W. Aiden, screaming at me, that I'm a fag like fucking 50 times. Because I can say, I think I can say almost anything to Aiden. Do they freak the fuck out? I don't remember his community. I just
No,
don't like
they
cry
freak
bullies.
the fuck
Cry bullying
out,
is my
dude.
most
Are you
irritating
kidding?
thing. If you want to be a Nazi or whatever, then fucking, hey, go for it. Go hard. But when you start, they did over the Islam shit. Oh, true, because Muslims are snowflakes online as well. I just can't handle the cry bullying shit. That is true. He did cry bully. Never mind. Yeah, fuck Aiden. God, it drives me crazy how fucking slow everybody is. What was the trigonometry thing? Okay. Gorka is obviously like interviewing for his future Trump job, or auditioning for it, I guess, to get back in the White House. I like you're focusing more on how these people know nothing about what they're talking about. I think you should take that angle more often, even when talking about Hassan, as he knows nothing. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. It's not even worth it. It's not worth saying it, you know. What is your actual opinion on AI porn of celebs and influencers? I think it's unethical to masturbate to AI porn unless you know that the person's bothered by it. If you know the person's bothered by it, then you should fucking, every single fucking load should be dedicated to.
Out with you, servant. The sacred bond.
Seriously, if you had no recent sexual or violent one-offs to clip, they would have nothing on you. Why does that not matter to you? What are you talking about? The predominant insult that people usually use against me is that I'm pre-made up my opinion and that I read Wikipedia all the time, despite the fact that I know more about, at the very least, this conflict than literally all of these clueless fucking retards. What is? I don't understand what you think would change about. Yeah, it's not like the attacks against me are rooted in any type of factual foundation. Oh yeah, and the cuck shit. Despite the fact that Hassan's only like the longest relationship he's ever had, besides the celeb ones that he tries to keep secret, was with fucking who the fucking porn star, Janice Jackson, the one that he called the cops on to do a wellness check after telling everybody else not to call the cops. The only person in that circle I've seen defend you is Moise. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care who's defend me. I don't care what. Griffith, not Jackson. Oh yeah, fuck Paris Jackson, right?
The water sprouts.
I don't understand the beef. Wikipedia jokes about Hassan. No, I don't even care about that. It's Hassan's like unhinged every single day. He's talking about it's fucking wild with like all the
No.
crazy like personal insults like every day, and it doesn't matter. Having an entire full Discord full of people spamming racial slurs at me, and then only changing when he gets called out like on stream live is like wild. Can you elaborate on the association with the progressive label? My feeling right now is that for progressive people, I think progressives are just people that accidentally stumbled onto Tumblr instead of 4chan. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm done with it. I don't want to identify with the community anymore. I don't want anything to do with the community anymore. The progressive viewpoint is that all cops are bad because if any cops were good, they'd stop the bad ones. That applies 50-fold to progressives. And then you also see you can also see like the leanings and all the recent conflicts and everything. Like progressives are just unprincipled, like totalitarian fucking monsters. But I've had that feeling for a while. I think I just hate all illiberal people. Like if you're illiberal, I don't want anything to do with you. So Nazis, far right authoritarians, the average Trump supporter, and then generally progressives, and then obviously like tanky socialists or whatever. I just have no. I don't think. It's not even that I don't want to be. So I don't want to lend them any credibility either. Like, oh, Destiny's a good progressive. No, I'm not a progressive. I'm a center-left liberal. Fuck progressives. I don't want anything to do with them. I don't want them to get any credibility for me. I don't want to do anything with them. Like, yeah. Fuck that. Fuck that shit.
What'd you say? Huh? Yeah. Okay.
You feel that?
Is he gonna react to the progressive talking points, or is it fortress mode? No, I'll never fortress. I have no problem talking to other people. The well poisoning though, like in this community, the whole Twitch everything is just so fucking cancerous. My God.
Not happening.
Can you tell us what's going on with Farha? Nothing. But she's like friends with like I think Jasmine and maybe Lauren. I don't know. So I don't want anything to do. If people are like weird or dramatic, I just like axe it. I just don't want anything to fucking do with it. It's too much. There's like no gain for potential downsides or whatever. So fuck it.
I walked the path.
People on those groups you're friends with decide to do anything, should they? Depending on the group, I don't think I have many people that I'm friendly with in those groups. I don't think so. It depends on who we're talking about. Did we at least get some good memes from the Gorka debate? I don't know. It's really boring. He just virtue signals and rants so hard. I think at one point I asked him to like clarify or ask him like because he like anytime I ask him a hard question, he's like, I can't even believe that you would insinuate that blah blah blah. And it was a pretty boring conversation. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll be good or entertaining, maybe. I don't know. But he's very clearly he's very clearly like he worked in Trump's White House and he wants to go back. So it's very obvious with the way that he speaks. Was the debate long? I think it was a 2-hour debate. Where are people you're thinking of bouncing ideas about this? I don't know. There's not really many people talking about this. I was talking to somebody a while ago that posed an interesting thing to me that I'd never even considered before. Is that it's possible that I might get lost too much in trying to appeal so much to other crowds of people that I'm losing or I've lost or I don't make any attempt to appeal to somebody that might not be hardcore predisposed against me originally. That like basically all of my strategizing, all of my rhetorical skills, like everything goes into like, okay, well this audience is primed against me for XYZ reason, like how do I communicate? And I essentially live in that zone. And that might not be a good thing, I'm not sure. I don't know, I'll probably spend the next few days thinking on it. Are you ever worried that the bigger you become, the bigger your ego will get? How do you level yourself? I don't know, I'm pretty sure whatever built-in mechanisms I have seem to be working decently so far. I don't think I'm ever worried that I've got.
Get me the fuck out of here. This fucking heat sucks.
You see, Jordan Peterson talked about his conversation with you. Nope. I think you can turn the subreddit into a manufacturing mill for disproving the narratives about you. The TikTok edit was reacted to by a bunch of streamers, and the goalpost is being shifted from Wikipedia. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, it's hard. I just have to go. It's actually, I guess, funnily enough, it reps into the Dr. K shit. I don't like soy posting about myself, and that attitude is reflected in my community, but it ends up becoming like unbearably toxic because one really irritating thing. One irritating thing that happens is that other communities don't seem to be very critical of their own content creators as long as they're virtue signaling correctly. There's like very little factual criticism. So somebody says, like, let's say somebody makes up a lie about me, and then and their community sees it, like, it doesn't matter. If somebody points it out, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm like the enemy, they can say whatever they want. They've got carte blanche to make up, whatever shit, the kitty fucker communities decide to say about me. And then when that comes to my community, so then you've got a lot of this external pressure that has no external fact checking, right? The communities don't audit themselves because there's no pressure or desire. There's no reason. Why the fuck would you? It's not like you're rewarded for being factually accurate or correct in these communities. So there's no fact checking or auditing there. And then those attacks come to my community, and then in my community, it's like there's a weird thing that happens where I think people overcorrect. I say weird, but it's probably modeled off of me. Like, generally everything I do speaks for itself. I don't usually feel the need to like be a hype man for myself. I don't need to do that. Like, I have like I know what I do. I know what I'm worth. I know everything about myself. I don't need to like hype me up. And then I think that attitude carries over to my community. So when people do hype me up, if they ever do, it's like a cringe, horrible thing. So like if somebody like goes onto Hassan's stream and like, oh, Hassan, like when you talked about this thing, it made me feel so good. Everybody in Hassan's chat is spamming like, feels good, man. Like, oh yeah, we like this. But then if it happens like on my stream, it's like, oh, what a glazing fucking loser. Like you guys are already typing it, yeah, glaze, glaze, glaze. And then people feel like when they criticize me, it's like, oh shit, like this is like, I'm about to make the bravest post in my life. ordinarily I support what Destiny does, but this particular thing was so fucking horrible, blah 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 blah. And it's like, and that's like the type of behavior. So I feel like my community gets rewarded for being highly critical, which would be okay if other communities were. But when every community is poised to attack me, and then my own community is poised to amplify criticism and then kind of reduce any good thing is like memeing it off as glazing, then you have like, it's just a very fucking AIDS cancer dynamic. That dynamic I think is unworkable, or at least mentally for me, unless I completely like unplug or disengage from.
A golden bough. Some of these golden coins.
Real question: how can you tell when you're in the wrong versus when everyone else is overreacting, especially your own community? Depending on what you're talking about, whatever that process looks like, these situations are far easier to think. We're not in an area where it's like, is this like wrong or is this fucked up? Like when I've got some dude spamming cuck jokes at me after writing like fucking manifestos on how much of a horrible person I am because I'm pro-genocide or some shit, and the only time Ludwig decides to get involved is because somebody else brings him up and then I respond to it. No, fuck that shit. And then he's co-signed this dumb shit on me in the past. No, fuck that. It's fuck that.
Lord Charon
And
will
then
want
the
this.
amount of charitability, then like my community, because generally that meme is used to be like, yo, why the fuck are you bringing me up, bro? And I'm aware of that. But it is also part of a cuck meme, and Ludwig has made these jokes in the past about me. So, but my community would be like, well, actually, Destiny, if we apply the optimal lens of charity and the idea that maybe he just didn't want to blah, 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 and it's like, okay. And then, like, meanwhile, like, the other communities are like, do you think that Destiny fucked, like, 3 Palestinian miners in the ass today? Or do you think he fucked 5 of them before he tortured them and murdered them, and then grilled their charred remains and ate it for breakfast? Like, what do you guys think? Like, that's, like, the other community. And then my community is like, yeah, so I think that when Ludwig said this, I think he was probably just misinformed. And when Destiny went off on him, I think that it was, like, a little bit too... I was like, yeah, I'm good on that. Perhaps the community tends to reflect the streamer. In your case, you tend to catch your opinions in a nuanced manner. The community tries to do the game. No, yeah, I understand. No, it is. I literally just said that. I don't know why people are repeating it back to me. Yeah, but I have to figure out if that's what I want. But I mean, like, I should. It's just hard. It's just hard to exist like with other worse communities. It's fucking annoying. Twitter community is up to like 11K. Yeah, we'll probably do more shit on that.
Let me past.
Hello.
What were you at? 2 seconds. What is it?
Oh, I'm gonna need more than 2 seconds.
And there she
I
is.
think this is a very serious issue we need to talk
You
about.
must have hidden
What's
back
the
when
issue?
Nemesis was here.
I think
Big,
you
dark-haired
lied to me.
daughter of Nyx that
About which
sometimes
thing?
storms through these fields. But you don't have to be afraid
Just
of her.
about everything. I'm gonna send you a link to a video that I want you to react to on stream, and I want you to tell me, why did you lie?
Afraid of her. Don't have to be afraid of her.
Well, listen, it's not what it looks like, okay? In actuality, as soon as the camera went off, I started beating the shit out of all of these animals, okay? But whoever was filming at the time didn't record it. But that's the part that you're missing here.
For
I'll find the
Okay,
rest of the
well,
footage for you, okay?
I think you're lying. I think you pet a nice kitty. I think you also pet a chicken, and you respected them and treated them nice.
Only because they let me have sex with him. Fuck, my Discord's lagging. Okay.
Illuminate my path.
How can you better gauge the integrity of a potential relationship in the future with people that are building communities? Like, how do you plan for the long haul? I don't know. I'm never watching the Buddha Heart video on Keffels. I do not care. Please stop spamming this. One thing that clicked for me yesterday, actually, in a totally unrelated conversation with somebody else, is so I think one thing that I'm starting to change how I view other people and their actions through is kind of like the incentive structures. I talked a lot about like the constellation of beliefs and how people believe in things just because there's a big social pressure to do so. And one of the things we used to say in the past is like, oh, well, how do you change somebody's mind? And it's like, well, the best thing you can do is, you know, be that person's friend and be close to them and work over time and blah, 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 blah. And I realized that old thought actually plugs in like really directly with the social reinforcement thing. You're just becoming like part of the social reinforcement. That's all that's actually happening there. I think that the only way to change certain things is you have to change the incentive structure. I truly think that's it. I think that like ordinarily, I think life is literally just econ 101, where what's the first thing you learn? People respond predictably to economic incentives. You can buy the same product and one is cheaper than the other, all else equal, you're going to buy the cheaper product. I think that something that's very irritating is that the incentive structure right now, since I'm not politically aligned with anybody on the internet, the incentive structure is aligned against me in a lot of ways. Which ordinarily, I don't think I care, depending on where it comes from. But I think the hypocrisy and the cry bullying is, I think, what's like mind-fucking me the most. Like if the gripers in Hassan's community don't like me, I mean, they're not supposed to understand that or whatever. And then even if they lie about me, that's annoying, but whatever. But to see like the actual red-brown alliance like come back to life is wild to me. I'm like, wait, Hassan has Nazi Twitter accounts on his stream right now to attack me? And then to see those opinions like pervading into normie spaces, because every political issue has so much like social value behind it now. Like now you have like, there's a lot of social credit attached to having a strong opinion relating to Israel-Palestine is really, really, really irritating. Destiny, this makes you immune to audience capture though, right? No, not necessarily. You could still fall prey to audience capture, you just won't necessarily be part of a big club. Usually when audience capture is happening, usually it's because you're trying to build a big club as well, but you could theoretically still get audience captured by a
Count.
by a non-partisan audience. It's possible, right? How'd you feel about the Bridges podcast today? I thought it went really well. I'm glad that I think the audio video stuff is perfect now. Chris is super entertaining as a guest. Yeah. If you think people like Ludwig or Poker bad, watch Caroline Kwan for 5 minutes and you want to blow your brains nuts and shake your right. No, I've watched her talk before. People like her are probably like the strongest arguments that you can make in favor of like forcibly interning people. Like I see people like her speak and I'm like, holy shit, this is why lefties want to do re-education camps. Like I fucking get it, right? You see people like her talking and it's like, oh my god, these people are where the gulags came from. Like not because she'd start them, but because you want her in one. Like it totally makes, I totally 100% get it. To combine like that level of smugness with that level of, I guess, like decaying white matter in your brain is like a combination for it's the perfect sweet and sour, the perfect savory and spicy. Is that the opposite of savory? Oh,
That should have done it.
A method of attack on competing audience might be, rather than trying to get them to like you, to make them incentivized to listen to you, find something that you agree with and give the take better than them. The old Casey meme about you giving the answer and it doesn't matter. Most of these people never engage with anything I say or do. I have like, it's easy for me to, if I can talk to an audience, it's pretty easy for me to flip. It's pretty easy for me to have a good impression on that audience. That I can do pretty well. Or if somebody's never heard of me and they have a neutral impression of me, I think I'll generally always come off good, as long as I have the ability to participate in that discussion. Because I'm generally won't, unless I'm trying to be unhinged. Yeah, the irritation, I guess, is like all the Twitch communities, and then the, I guess like the, what is it? It's like the human centipede of like ass to cock fucking combinations of these people. It's so fucking annoying. You should call it Hassan for dodging the Piers Morgan debate offer. I mean, why? It's like perfectly in line with what he does, right? He's a cowardly, wealthy capitalist who's ricking off the socialist shit while being racist and misogynistic in order to make the maximum amount of money possible so that he can move on to the next grip. Or retire, I guess. I don't know. Go back to fucking prostitutes and celebrities' children, I guess. You ever invite Ludwig to Bridges? Fuck no. But he would never come. Best needs to be horrible at that. For example, when you spoke to Asmongold about him voting for Trump, you were very mean and unfair. That was like 7 years ago, I think, right? Like, I feel like I've done. My approach has changed significantly. Did you see the Northern Lights last night? I'm in fucking. Did you see them in DC? Does the mainstreamer clique have a dislike towards streamers who don't want to associate with their group? Not that much. I'm just like on the wrong side of like a political opinion right now, so it's just annoying. But it's more annoying because I know that it's all like the Hassan dick sucking in the back. How can Hassan feel so strongly about Palestine yet he's not willing to have a conversation about it? Please call him out on it. What is it? What do you mean? I watch his shit. He's never going to respond to that. Like, he'd rather obsess and talk about my ex's pussy all day on the fucking stream or whatever. Because he's too busy, like, scarfing down gallons of finasteride or fucking rotting his mind to actually go out and get into his own. I guess to think about my sex life, or my past sex life, I guess. So he gave up on persuading Hassan and Ludwig's audience. I've never tried to persuade those audiences. I can't. They're way too mind captured by Hassan. Both of them are captured by Hassan. I don't think Ludwig has enough of a mind to capture anybody with it. I don't. But like I said, I also don't really care. I think the issue is just it's just having that like their tendrils like grow out and like influence other communities, which is so weird and annoying. Like, Dr. K's audience being primed against me is so fucking weird, considering every conversation I've had with Dr. K has been beyond, like, respectful. Like, we just have, like, yeah, whatever conversation. The fact that, like, his audience, like, fucking unhinged about me, just as a reflection of, like, all of the weird Hassan propaganda that Twitch facilitates is so bizarre to me. Or it's not bizarre, it's just irritating.
You shades, leave him alone.
Are you gonna see Sam Hyde do stand-up in Florida? No.
The beast's defeated.
I'm good. Their audience goes in other people's chats and shits on you? Yeah, because they do a lot from their Discord. The one that Hassan always says he's not in or has no control over.
Return now to your master and abode. Out of the field.
To be fair, the YouTube community is primed to hate Hassan. My YouTube community? If my YouTube community is primed to hate people, it's usually because people are doing stuff that I feel like I'm demonstrating is like pretty wrong. One thing that I do better than almost anybody else online, and it's irritating that nobody else can even fathom doing this, is I'll give people credit when they do something that I agree with. I feel like, yes, I guess I don't expect it in return, I guess, because it'll never happen. But then my audience is also conditioned so that I have to do that as well, because then if I don't give somebody credit for something, then my audience like loses their shit. Meanwhile, other communities are unhinged.
Central control.
It's kind of cool that Dr. K doesn't appear to be influenced by some of those extreme factors of this audience. I think Dr. K seems to be a pretty strong like individual. Like he doesn't necessarily bow to whatever the public opinions are on whatever thing. But he's also like kind of isolated from that career-wise as well. It's not like he doesn't need an opinion on Israel-Palestine as like a therapy or life coach or mental health talking person. Would call his role, but yeah. What's the main reason why the WL community hates Hassan? Didn't Hassan fight with some WL people? I don't remember. The WL community is kind of like their own thing, though. Are they? How much of a representation do they have on Twitch right now? I'm not actually sure. You said you wanted to become more aligned with Praxi or or solution generating a few months back instead of just being a deconstructionist. Is that still true? Maybe. I'm not as sure anymore. We'll see after this election. I don't actually know right now. Yeah, I don't know. I think right now my big interests are like studying and debate. Debate, obviously, I could do really well. Studying, I have now I'm able to do really well. And in terms of like the real life political shit, yeah, I'm not. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like I feel like it's too thankless at the moment, and it's a huge investment of time. It's a huge investment of money. It's a huge investment of community goodwill. And I get almost nothing in return, and then the participation from other people is like lackluster at best. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, but like I said, I'm probably gonna spend the next like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, bouncing ideas around in my brain. We'll find out.
I shall return.
You never feel like you do the web thing, but with social groups, like you web the opinions of people like Ludwig, Slime QTC, on you to their friendship with Hassan, whereas it feels like we could point to a series direct interactions we've had that would equivalently achieve the distaste. No, everything originated from other people. Slime, I still don't know who that is, other than like Ludwig's like 4th generic white friend. I have no idea who the Slime guy actually is. For Ludwig has no. I don't think Ludwig has any reason to not like me ever. We fought a little bit in the past, but it's usually after he makes like an unhinged, out of pocket, like wild fucking claim about me. But I know where the claims come from. They're all Hassan talking points. And then Cutie Cinderella and I started to not get along a ton when she would side with Casey Tron. For some reason, there are a lot of women that have this problem. You call it being a girl's girl, but the more literal translation is basically any time you have to evaluate the actions of a person. If that person is also a woman, your IQ drops like 25 points. So if you take somebody like Cutie Cinderella, who's ordinarily, probably like an 85 IQ individual, and then she has to evaluate something relating to another woman, it drops to 70 or lower. And then all of a sudden, it's just like the most retarded shit you've ever seen in your entire fucking life. And everybody does this online. Like, a girl will come out and say some shit, and it's like, yesterday was so traumatic for me. I had to slice my boyfriend's dick off, and I tortured him, and I was crying so much the entire time. I was murdering him because it was so hard, because 10 years ago, I think he slapped my ass before we were dating. And it's like, oh, liked by Pokemon, liked by like every single fucking girl streamer, because yeah, it's an annoying phenomenon. But
let's see how this goes.
It happened when they all attacked Asmongold and Gistigal as well. Yeah. What do you think about the idea that you fell off as a rhetorician over the past 5 years? I don't know what, like, when people say things to attack me, like if it's clearly not true, I don't know if you understand. All you're doing is like making me feel better. Like, those are the few, like, when people come in, it's like, oh, this guy's like falling off. Like, every single year as my career and my income, my influence continue to grow. And it's like, do you think that, like, if for an insult to work, there has to be like at least like some element of truth to it. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, I feel really bad as I've had probably more mainstreamish conversations this year than I probably have in the last like 5 years of my career combined. Yes, I'm definitely feeling the effects of my failing rhetoric and everything, for sure, dude. What do you think of Andrew Wilson as a debater? He's good in like a sophistry type of way. Like, he's very good at like getting people. He's like what people accuse me of. He'll get people down into the weeds on some irrelevant shit and like basically be able to maneuver the conversation enough to always win. But it's not because he's saying intelligent things. He's just very good at like rhetorically trapping people. What do you think of Cappy? I thought he was really cool.
Infinite possibility.
Is there even any political streamer ever that's had close to the same amount of mainstream appearances at OS Destiny? Probably. We just don't interact with as much. Like, David Pacman has probably talked to more people mainstream, I would imagine. The Young Turks probably have, right?
Coin for Charon.
I'm sure there are other people that we just don't interact with. Like there's whole like podcasts out there, like Pod Save America and shit. Like you've got this whole other like
chamber.
apparatus of stuff out there that we don't interact with at all. So it's harder to see it, you know.
Carefully.
You should focus on having more positive interactions with other people and on your subreddit. Yeah, probably. No, that is the way to go. It's really hard. That's really hard to do. But that's probably what I'm going to spend the next like 2 to 4 days. I'll figure out how I want to orient myself. Why does it bother you now? Is it cumulative or something put you over the edge? This happens every year. I mean, I get like too irritated dealing with fucking retards and then I break for a day or two and then I come back. I'll figure it out. I'll be on my way back. The particular conflict, the Israel-Palestine stuff though, definitely brain broke me. I don't know what the thing we'll get into next after this is, but if it's anything like this, man, I might become an anti-college person. I don't think there will ever be a moment in my life as shocking as that Finkelstein debate, except for maybe the reaction to it. Those two events, I think, will be forever unfathomable in my mind. That I could spend 6 months like reading on some shit, not even as well structured or as organized as I could, from like outside of any structured learning environment, and then sit across the table from some fucking retard that's been studying it for 4 decades, and he has nothing to say to me. And the only point of substance he wants to argue with me on, the mens rea shit, not only was he wrong on that, like an actual, I'm lucky that like the ex-president of the ICJ actually came out and even further clarified those genocide statements. Like, yeah, Jesus, that's like unbelievable to me. Everything relating to and revolving around that conflict, holy shit. I thought vaccines and coronavirus were bad. My fucking god. I think we should temporarily ban Hassan posting on the subreddit as an experiment to see if the other community is willing to disengage with you and stop spreading lies. No, because it's easy. You have to think of where the incentives are. Sometimes banning commentary about people.
Settled.
Let's see. I understand all of this. I've been in these communities, swimming through them long enough to know like how it works. The reason why banning comments about people works is because what'll happen is this is a really common interaction online. One community or one person will say something, and then this thing will get reported in another community, and then they'll say something, and then it gets reported over here, and then you end up in this like really nasty back and forth where like groups of people can end up going back and forth about each other forever, right? And the social reinforcement here is the idea that like, oh my god, he said this and it got posted and we saw it and now we're reacting to this, and then the reaction of this is causing us to do this action, right? The problem with the Hassan stuff, though, is Hassan is not getting things to react from me about people posting about him in my community. He's the social validation and credit he's getting is from me participating in certain political conversations. It's the fact that like Destiny is pro-genocide or Destiny is blah 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 or blah blah. Like that's where a lot of the incentive structure for him to react to me comes from. So I think I probably will end up banning almost all. I think I'm probably going to do a thing where we ban posting about almost any of these people on my subreddit, just because it doesn't do much good at all. It's annoying. For a variety of reasons. But I don't think that I don't think it'll stop any of the attacks much. Yeah. Is the mass unban still coming? Maybe. It should be within a few days or else Forethought is fired. I don't know why. He told me he had this figured out like a week or two ago, but maybe I'll just figure out how to do that as well.
One last chamber.
What do you think about Hassan posting that implicated assassination tweet, and should he be banned on Twitch for it? Listen, no. I mean, listen, there are no wrong targets, or there are no wrong strategies, only wrong targets, right? Or wrong tactics, wrong targets. That's what. Remember, that's what illiberal people do. Is the Nick blacklist still in effect? Yes. Yeah.
Blasted buzzing.
Is this your Vosh style Fortress art? No, I'm not Fortress. I'm never making penetrations into these communities anyway. So. I think people just remember you for more negative and breaking down stuff than positive stuff, so maybe they're trying to hate you. More positive interactions, like with Dr. Kane, XQC seems like a good way. You also need people to signal boost you like these people. Yeah, maybe, but the issue is that they can't do it too much because the social reaction to them might be really negative. But also, most of the reaction at this point to me is like, I don't want to say, no, I will say, it's basically fabricated. Yeah, it's stuff that like other people, like, people will write like, oh, Destiny, when you do this, this is why people don't like you. And then I'll look at Hassan's stream and he's watching like a 5-minute TikTok compilation of like 100 statements I've made over the past like 7 months with like 3 words cut from each thing. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Incentives for clipping should be a thing. Every response tweet about you clearing up lies gets $20 PayPal. Yeah, I don't have the money for that one, Chief. I'm a bit behind the VOD, but there's a lot of clips of Asmongold. He seems like he likes you. Yeah, Asmongold is pretty chill. But I think his community mainly likes me when it's like
shot I
like
beat
on
this,
freedom
but
of speech stuff. I don't know how
let's
political
give it a try.
Asmongold himself is like pretty chill, but he's also like pretty independent. Like he doesn't like swim with any big communities either. Same thing with XQC, I think. Like those two people. So it's nice that they're generally pretty fair, but it doesn't benefit me much. It's not like it doesn't help me with anything else. Like those communities are pretty unique to themselves, you know. I think there are more people like NM or Nick, basically, in the OTK community that like you but are afraid to speak up because of social pressure. Possibly. But you're going to Piers Morgan anytime again soon? Maybe. Whenever they ask me. Finkelstein's disagreement with Benny Morris was even horrible, though, because he just misquoted the man's book at him and asked what he meant by the words Finkelstein made up. No, I know, yeah. The fact that some people saw that and thought that it was, like, good disagreement. Like, remember when Finkelstein owned Benny Morris by doing the one sentence quote from his book? And it's like, why would you ever do this? You remember meeting with Ludwig back in 2017? No, but I also don't remember meeting a lot of people. It's irritating because when they present you these stories, and I feel like when I present these stories, I'm usually, like, pretty, because I'm aware of the spaces. Like, unless you can find an example of me not doing this. Usually if I say something like, oh yeah, like I ran into this person, they didn't talk with me much, but they were probably busy. Like I'm usually being pretty charitable towards the other person. If you're running into people at events, at like cons or whatever, it's usually like people are going between a lot of events, people are going from place to place, people are talking to a lot of people don't know, do know, like that's usually it. So it's weird that like when somebody meets me, or if you meet somebody, you'd be like, oh, this person was really rude. Like, what do you mean? They were probably going to something else. Like, you would just never say that about another person, unless you're getting like social credit for it. Destiny, but the vibes were off though. The only vibe that might be off is the vibrator that fucking Hassan has implanted, right next to Ludwig's prostate at times, maybe because the batteries are running out. But I'm sure he digs in there every Saturday to replace them. He's mad you rejected the cheese ball. Yeah, I don't know what the cheese ball means. You need to do more slam dunk debates where you're arguing the clearly correct position. I had a very negative opinion of you by
our previous engagement was not at 16
there,
fucking heat,
eventually
Brody.
watched some of your debates.
Settle your ass.
Made undeniable arguments, in my opinion. Yeah, then another thing that I have to balance out, there's an annoying thing too, is I have to figure out, like, as I go more mainstream, the mainstream conversations are so horrible. They're so bad. I don't know when that Sebastian Gorka one is going to come out, but, like, this is a conversation where I just want to, like, scream at this person. Because his position is just so stupid. He's just such a... And he knows it. He's playing a part, right? He just wants to go back to the Trump White House. He wants to be back in there. But it's like I have to have, like, some level of decorum because it's a... Because then otherwise nobody want to talk to you. Yeah. Do you even try to break through to these communities? From watching you for a while, you usually just brush things off as not worth my time. Well, what do you mean? There is no breaking into these communities. I'm banned from Twitch, and obviously none of them would ever talk to me. So, yeah. Look at your buddy Jord.
I've heard you say you're not confrontational by nature. Is that what you said? Or you don't enjoy...
Yeah, well, I'm an agreeable person. I'm going to be a clinician.
So this is remarkable to me because you do go on the offensive when you feel like someone's attacking you, which is, of course, what you should do, I think, in moderation. You did this recently with that fella Destiny.
Yeah.
I mean, that was fun to watch. And I thought the two of you, it was an excellent exchange, but you seem to have no trouble calling people out and getting a...
Yeah, well, just because I'm agreeable doesn't mean I'm an idiot. You know, and there is a distinction there. And it's been something I've wrestled with.
Could you explain to someone new to the topic in 2 sentences on why the situation isn't a genocide? Genuine question. The genuine response is that genocide is a special crime that has 2 elements. One of the elements requires some kind of like, you know, destruction of a people or taking away of their children or sterilization, something like that, an obvious thing. But the second part is a highly specialized intent to destroy a group of people in whole or in part. And that highly specialized intent is what makes genocide so unique. And there are so many things related to genocide that don't apply to modern military conflict that you should take note of, because when you start to apply genocide in the way it's being applied to Israel, it basically would be applied to every single conflict. And it's very obvious, for instance. So like there are things that you can just like think about. When you look at the, like in a genocide, would somebody make humanitarian aid available to their enemy? Probably not, right? Doesn't seem reasonable. In a genocide, can one side surrender, right? Do you have the option, I want to surrender so that you stop genociding me? Probably not, because the goal of a genocide isn't a military or territorial in aims. It's the destruction of a people in whole or in part. The idea that it's happening in response to a provoked military action, right? And then the response is like military. Like there are too many things where it's like the special intent to eliminate a group of people in whole or in part doesn't seem to be there. But if you want to say that it's there, then it's going to require you to take a look at every single military conflict and go, well, hold on, are all of these military conflicts genocide? Like there has to be a differentiation there. Yeah. What is your take on a full military invasion into Rafah? Do you support Netanyahu's position or the Biden administration? I don't know what the Biden administration's actual position is. I think the invasion to Rafah it needs to happen. You can't go this far and then stop, right? Is there a middle ground of making the dignified sounding digs at people like Gorka versus what you want to do? E.g., I see people still go on things like Face the Nation can be pretty adversarial. Maybe, I don't know.
Should help me gather bones.
Twitch changed their TOS. You can go on anyone's stream now, even if you're banned. Yeah, I doubt that. Does the special intent for ethnic cleansing, like pushing them into Egypt, count as genocide? There is no such ethnic cleansing. Is not a real thing. That's a term that we've used. I think the first time it was used, I think, was in '91. That we use when we're talking about like kicking a bunch of people out of an area. If you want to talk about ethnic cleansing, you can, but that's like it's taking population transfer, which is generally pretty bad, and it's highly moralizing and highly normatively loading what population transfer is, which oftentimes can be really bad. But again, like ethnic cleansing, like any time people are fleeing from an attack, is that ethnic cleansing? Like what? It doesn't. It's another normatively loaded word that. Yeah. As you get bigger, do you think, even if you're more combative, people will still risk having you on for the numbers? Maybe. I mean, like, really large people don't debate other really large people, right? Like, they generally avoid conversations that could have the potential to go bad. Because there's, like, because there's, like, a downside. Why would you risk it? Like, it's not like Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder are debating Sam Cedar and, I don't know, other big leftists.
I swear it, Nix.
My whole life, because I was a peaceable and agreeable child.
Okay.
And I grew up in a relatively rough town and with relatively rough people. And I had to learn to hold my own. And that was I skipped a grade, so I was young and small in my class. That also put me at a disadvantage, especially athletic.
Who do you want to debate on the right and then on the left and on what topics? I don't even know. I don't even feel like I do debates anymore. I feel like I just go and I get through my. I guess it's actually the exact fear that I had about a year ago or a year or two ago when people were like, "Oh, you gotta go more mainstream, more mainstream." And I'm like, "Yeah, we can," but like as the talks get more mainstream, they become more watered down or more like talking about. Just get like very annoying. Not annoying. That's not specific enough. They just become like very hollow. Like we're basically both tweeting at each other. Like I think that this is wrong, and they was like, "Well, I think it's right." And I'm like, "Well, I think it's wrong because of this." And like, huh, you would say that. Next, and it's just like, okay.
Beginning assignment.
You're wise to bear.
Sure, why not?
And
you unironically need to become more grifty in the mainstream. I thought about like selectively covering certain topics, but I kind of like to maximize for my what I enjoy. I've also thought about but just like nuking everything and just kind of we're just gonna like read history books from now on and fuck everything else. I'll just do this until I run out of 5 minutes. They stop manufacturing
This is
it.
my father's realm. Chaos seeks me.
my friends were like tough kids, and you had to learn to defend yourself, and I could defend myself verbally.
Okay.
So
as an agreeable person, did you have to learn how to, be disagreeable?
Definitely.
Have it be uncomfortable, but just keep going anyway?
Yeah, I learn that all the time. Every agreeable person.
Do you think fans' criticisms of you optically can come down to their own insecurities, like they can't fathom you being okay, that other streamer fans don't like you? It's like they think people hating you looks bad on them? No. I think that what happens is I set a certain standard of behavior, and then there are two huge things that happen. One is kind of fair, and the other is understandable, but incredibly fucking annoying. The first thing is that if we set a certain standard of behavior, people obviously expect me to follow it, which is fair. And I typically set a standard of behavior, like don't affect people's families, don't blah, 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 which is like fair. And if people see me not live up to that standard, like, oh, well, this is disappointing. And then anything that I say in response to that, okay, well, what about this or that? I'm like, oh, well, are we going to reduce ourselves to those communities? Like, is that, like, then why even have the standard of behavior? I sympathize with that point of view. I think the annoying thing is people don't have my perspective. And, that part is a lot. That part is a lot to deal with. Because generally, if you see me go unhinged on someone on Twitter, like you might think, actually, fuck, there were 2 Reddit threads that actually encapsulated this pretty well. I don't know if the people were, fuck, I'm not going to find it. One had to do with the slime guy's actions, and the other had to do with Ludwig's actions. But typically, if you see me go unhinged on someone on Twitter, just like, this guy tweeted like 3 things about you. Like, why the fuck are you going nuclear? And then they don't have like the full context of like everything else before. Oh yeah, shit. This was one. There was another one about Ludwig. How crazy are these kinds of interactions from Destiny's point of view? He spends a ton of time on stream doing research, probably definitely more than any other streamer that talks about the topic. Lonerbox has probably read more than me, to be fair. Someone links him a clip of the slime person in a giant podcast with Ludwig, making fun of and downplaying the fact that Destiny does research. And then it's also annoying because like people will say, and even for each of these, there's like more and more and more things, right? So like one comment on its own is who cares, and it's like not that big of a deal. But it's the fact that it's not that he hold on, fuck. Wait, I don't think this guy has links, actually. I might need to even go over and find links. It's not even just the fact that he made the comment. It's that he, like, goes crazy in his subreddit afterwards, like, defending it at the bottom of this fucking subreddit, and then he makes a Twitter thread on me, too. Like, I think if he just made the comment, I'm like, okay, fuck, whatever. I don't care. It's just another one of, like, another in the deluge of, like, you know, cum-swallowing Ludwig Dick Rider people. Like I'm used to them making stupid fucking comments about me. Yeah. So the problem is they always try to inhabit like both positions, right? So you have this thing where you simultaneously act like you don't care about me that much, because I think I'd have to go and look for this, but I think at one point, I think that he says it on his Twitter. He says like, oh, what did he say? Fuck. Slime. What's his name? Slime Ball? Hold on. Slime Machine. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I saw this. I already got the thread open.
right now. How about this?
So somebody made this like clip compilation in response to what he said, okay? Which is kind of, I mean, you can say what you want, but what he said was factually wrong, right? So it's like, I mean, somebody called you out on it. Like, if you don't really care that much, like, if his response would have just been like, who cares? Like I don't care about Destiny that much. Like, I just made a random comment because I heard about him reading Wikipedia. Like, I don't actually care that much. Then fine, like that's fair. Okay, whatever. I think it's annoying, but fine, whatever. You know, I'm sympathetic towards that. But like, he does care. He clearly cares, right? Because he's in the bottom of this fucking thread arguing about me. And this is before, by the way, this is before I've said anything about this at all, okay? Then what are you doing right now, Linfeo? Like, are you just mad that I made fun of Destiny? Chat, is that even more pathetic? Also, my friend, a real live Palestinian who I have housed and talked with for 7 years now has been explaining to me this issue and his real perspective since and continues to do so. And I take that much more seriously than some cuck who debates for a living. That's why I don't talk about it, because it requires so much more understanding of context than I'm willing to explain on our comedy podcast. But I'll take a cheap shot at someone I hate any day. Stay mad. I will also never think about you again. This is before I've said anything about this fucking guy at all, right? I haven't said a single thing about this guy. These are just posts that he's making, fighting with people in their own subreddit, you know? I'm fine with it. I'm not a lobbyist or a cuck debate streamer. Also seems to be echoed by a few other Jewish people I know that have visited Israel in the past, and this particular moment has them not fucking with the Zionist plan either. In fact, I didn't even go on social media about this or make it my personality or do what you guys call virtue signaling, blah, 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 right? So there's like, and you can go through like, all, he posts like, there's so much that he posts here. And then he makes this like whole ass thread in response to this video clip, right? He makes this whole ass thread where it's like, I've made some people very grumpy again. To be honest, I'm surprised DGDers even watch our show. Maybe we really are just that funny. Ha, pure bleeding face. I don't know what this is. I also had it out with a few of the strays in the weekly episode thread, and one of them was actually really reasonable and normal comments and stuff. Not even necessarily all stuff I agree with, but that was normal about it, and I was like, man, what a time to be alive. Anyways, I'm not a debate streamer, and thank fucking Christ for that. I also have always felt people trying to win an internet argument on my behalf makes me uncomfortable, but if this is your actual job for a living, you kind of have to accept guys who put QR codes in their fan cams. To think all things considered, I've kept my thoughts on Palestine pretty close to the chest because it's oddly a more personal issue for me, considering my friend that has talked about it, or has talked to me about it for the past 7 years or so, namely Free Palestine RN. But make no mistake, I will always take a chance to fire a pithy line at Destiny because it is, above all, as evidenced here and now, many other times, really, really funny. Good for now, right? So it's just like, okay, whatever. But anyway, so someone links a clip of the slime person in a giant podcast with Ludwig, making fun of him and downplaying the fact that Destiny does research. Destiny, up until now, has only had positive interactions with this guy, although I'm not sure if he remembers. Apparently, I talked to this guy once on a Rod show. I don't remember, but whatever. Destiny has no reaction to the clip, doesn't attack him back, doesn't reply to his own. I think we just watched this on stream. I don't know, did I even see anything? I think I was just like, whatever. Someone in DGG makes a video to show that he does research. Slime writes a thread on Twitter where he keeps attacking Destiny. Oh, and then he doesn't even, I don't even think I knew at this point that he'd been writing about me in the subreddit. Destiny answers with the equivalent of, it's not that deep, bro. I think my actual tweet was something along the lines of, did this need a whole ass thread?
Oh, he's on the whole ass thing now.
You didn't say anything when you watched the clip? Yeah. Yeah, so he makes like this whole ass thread on this. And then I think I said, LOL, did this really need a whole ass tweet thread? And then obviously we start getting pictures like this. Sorry, I should have just posted this. And it's like, okay. So it's just like, and it's like so cringe. And it's annoying because like, obviously Ludwig can say like, oh, well, I have nothing to do with any of this, blah, blah, blah. But like he greenlights like these types of attacks on me all the time. Like people have said weird shit. Like there's another thread on that where he's like said like weird shit about me on his fucking Whitecast. Yeah, but it's just like these types of things. It's like so fucking annoying. Like Jesus, it's annoying because like because if you say anything about any of these people, obviously, oh wait, is this the Palestinian friend that he was talking about? Free Palestine RN. If there's any time to show that your solidarity means something, it would be in a time like this. If you put people in a perpetual prison and treat them as subhuman, do not be surprised when they resist. Free Palestine. Oh, October 7th. Oh, cool. Is the Slimeball guy part of the Smash community? So he supports raping Israelis and fucking kids. Nice. Yeah, the October 7th check never fails on people that call themselves Palestinian. Yeah, sorry, fuck. This is all in service of explaining that one point. It's a lot, but... Destiny's actions are reasonable considering the history Ludwig has of sneak dissing him. All the people saying Destiny's going too far must be new. Ludwig has always been taking pot shots at Destiny, trying to undermine him and spread weird rumors about him. Firstly, there was a thing, yeah, this thing.
And while main stage is going on with all these Smash events, a couple of streamers are there by the name of Destiny and Melina. They are at a Smash event doing IRL speed dating. They're not affiliated with the event in any way. I think they just booked a part of the venue to do speed dating. And the only reason I know this is because they have like 2 goons roaming around trying to sign Smashers up to do speed dating. And then went up to my friend Bunt and they're like, you want to do speed dating? He's like, no, I have a girlfriend. And they're like, this is with Destiny, the streamer. You could f his girlfriend. He's like, yeah,
Christ.
no one cares. It's so weird.
I don't think any of this actually happened. I know that Cutebot went with Melina to film, like, they were doing content for whatever Cutebot's normal content was, which I guess you could call it speed dating, but, like, I'm pretty sure, like, 80% of the story is made the fuck up, because I couldn't find any origination for it. Somebody told me that it was actually the Slimeball guy that told him this story. I don't know if that's true. Oh, and also, yeah, I wasn't even at this event at the time, by the way. I didn't even go to this. So the fact that he says I was there is like, what are you even talking about? Yeah. But,
it's so weird, but all right, hey, you know, content's content, you know what I mean? Anything for the sweet, sweet touch of content.
Okay.
I mean,
oh boy. Making weird jokes about him with his friends around live on stream. I don't even know.
I always wondered how many views you'd get if you were ugly, but then I watched Destiny stream.
To be fair, I mean, this is a roast, so... Well, I don't know why you would roast somebody who's not there, but we're going painting Destiny to be a fake, unrepentant, evil streamer. I haven't watched it in a long time. Hold on.
Keep watching 30 more
Literally,
seconds.
someone tried to show up to Amaranth's house and burn her house down. Arson. This is a real thing that happened. Yeah, she gets swatted all the time, and then someone went to her house and tried to burn it the fuck down because she basically had kind of worked out the swatting thing, so they took it to the next level. You know? XQC, like, left his home because he also was getting a bunch of weird people who were trying to, like, fuck with him in real life and go to his house. You know? Like, all these things are real problems that happen to streamers, so I think it's wild that Destiny, even for a joke, would have posted that and popularized that story.
He says that I popularized the story of Hassan buying his $3 million mansion. I love that Hassan is, like, checking in here on him, too. Like, he probably just came back from, like, washing his hand from having his fucking whole fist up Ludwig's asshole to fucking play the marionette or whatever while he danced for him on stream. And he's, like, sitting here making sure that his, like, little good boy
God
is,
damn
like,
it,
doing a
man.
good
How
job
many
reading his
times I
script.
gotta avoid that
And then get
shit?
zero credit and say, I don't even care, dude. That's why we shouldn't. But I think it's all in the name of rivalry, content.
Yeah.
Like, implying that I doxed him? Oh, my God. Spreading the same old GGG's brigading rumors.
I would never tell you guys to brigade a Reddit. I would just tell you to do what Destiny's community would, which seems to be okay. So why is it all of a sudden a problem?
Like, and it's funny too because he's friends with like the biggest brigader on the entire fucking internet, which we all see his friends or whatever. Although Destiny's tried to be relatively kind of quiet and avoid PDC around Ludwig, they've hated him since he stopped KCTron trying to ruin the career of Bob.
I cannot tell you.
Instant is just blah blah blah. Here's Destiny talking about the beast. Oh, anyway, yeah. But anyway, all of
They
this
wanted
to say
to
is
keep
that,
it
like,
at
when I start like fighting with somebody
975,
online,
but there's
it's not
no
usually,
fucking way, bro.
they're like, somebody will see me go on Hinge and they're like, oh, like, why are you attacking this guy? It's like, this guy's a history of like making weird, creepy, stupid comments. And then keep in mind too that with every single one of these comments, there's like, it's all the other deluge of like retarded lefty dipshits that are also joining in. So for every single one of these, for every single one of these points, you've got Hassan watching and reacting, and then his fans sending me death threats. You've got Denims watching and reacting if she's not too busy watching TV shows. You've got Mike from PA watching and reacting as he's chowing down so that he can gain another 5 pounds, so that he can be large enough finally to fuck KCTron. You've got KCTron trying to watch, seeing through the haze of fucking bong smoke in her apartment, and reacting as she chows down another 5 pounds so that Mike can never weigh enough to fuck her. It's just like every single one of these things is just so much. Oh god, it's so annoying. And it's so annoying too because at the end of the day, like, none of these things are even true. Like, at the very least, it would be like, oh, Destiny thinks this about blah blah. It's like, okay, well, fine, fuck it or whatever. But it's like, it's all like lies and shit. Like, if you're gonna tag me over shit I've done, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I probably still give a fuck, but at least it wouldn't be like, yeah.
What is the will of night?
Casey said you didn't release the full call related to Bob 7. Do you know what she's talking about? Oh, fuck, it's been a long time, but probably not. It was probably like a 30-minute fucking call. I don't know if I released the full fucking phone call. I don't know if I have the full phone call of that. Do you think that Hassan can't stop crying about you even offline when hanging out with these people? Oh, yes. Oh, I guess I can say that now because fuck them both. Melina, in between talking to me about fucking Will and showing me his fucking dick pictures on her fucking phone when they weren't trying to hook up behind his girlfriend's back, Melina would tell me that Will would tell her that Hassan religiously follows my shit. So I guess I kind of lied about that publicly when I'm like, do these people actually watch me that much? They do. Hassan obsessively follows a lot of my shit. And I knew that because Will told that to Melina, which I thought was funny as fuck. Yeah. It's like an unbelievable fucking, it's like an unbelievable fucking thing to me. Like, and this is back when like Hassan was like almost on top of the world compared to where my stream was. Like, okay.
Roasted QT. I'm a team.
Okay, Pokey. I'm gonna chime in here for you, okay? Because I'm sorry, you can't. That was the most cringe shit from Destiny.
Who is this guy? I don't even know who this guy is. This guy doesn't know anything at Destiny. Her pimp. Is Will in an open relationship? Yeah. I just don't think his girlfriend knows about it.
Onward.
Bringing her into that when she was not involved in that whatsoever was cringe. Going over that line was cringe.
Okay, listen, you know what? That's fair if people want to say it. Is anybody going to say anything about anybody in my life that ever gets like dragged into any of these things? Or is that just supposed to be a thing that we're completely silent on? Or that's another thing that's like fucking irritating too. If there was at least like a call out on the other side, I'd be a little bit warmer to it, but there's not. There's nothing. Like nobody cares about that aspect of it. That drives me insane.
And that whatsoever was cringe. Going over that line was cringe. And it made no sense whatsoever. It was the lamest argument ever. Him and Logan were burning each other, and Destiny was losing, by the way, obviously, like very badly. And he had no way to come back with, so he just went on a completely unrelated tangent about something that...
Nobody went on a... Are 2 tweets and 12 words a tangent to you, bro? Like, how small is your brain? Holy shit.
Upset his girlfriend a long time ago. It made no sense. It's like if you and I were having a really intellectual debate, I just started calling...
Yeah, that's never happening. I don't even know if I can hypothesize that.
You're just fucking retarded. You're an idiot. Oh yeah, you have a small dick. I lose the argument. Because I have nothing else, and I'm going to personal attack. That's what Destiny did. Destiny did not win that. If you think that was intellectual...
It's Fandy's husband, Brian. He pimps up Fandy and another girl, Stacia.
He's back.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Fuck. Okay. We were watching this 30 minutes ago. Is the Lily Bridge still intact? I think so.
Prepare, fishy.
You know, be disagreeable.
Definitely.
Have it be uncomfortable, but just keep going anyway.
Yeah, I learn that all the time. Every agreeable person has to learn that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's partly what you do as a therapist. One of the reasons people come for psychotherapy is because they're depressed or anxious. That's very common.
Yeah.
The other most common reason is for so-called assertiveness training. Right? People don't know how to stand up for themselves. Well, those are agreeable people. You know, they're other-centered and maternal in some fundamental sense. And the problem with that is that it's not a good strategy for dealing with snakes.
Yeah.
So, you know, everyone's a victim. It's like, no, not everyone. Like, there are victims. Infants, for example, you could take care of them. They could use some care. You know, adult men, they're not infants.
Yeah. But I thought it ended well, you and Destiny.
Yeah.
You know? Because you even said, okay, we're getting everything out here. We're trying to come to something, and sometimes you have to get a little unruly in how you seek it out.
You know,
orally,
the problem with that, I found that likely the most. I had the most qualms about that podcast of any podcast I've done. Well, the reason is, see, I learned this when I was like 24. I learned that I had a proclivity to battle verbally to be right. Right, and that was a status thing. I'm right, you're wrong. So, you know, that redounds to my credit. I used my verbal intelligence as a weapon of dominance. Well, I stopped doing that when I was like 23. I thought, oh, that's the prideful worship of the Luciferian intellect. It's a really bad idea. Like, seriously. It's a seriously bad idea. And so I don't like talking to people who want to be right. And Destiny wants to be right.
Also, a massive...
What does that mean? I don't want to talk to people who want to be right. Okay.
Thanks to Hallow for sponsoring this podcast.
Like, even for like Jordan Peterson, like, I'm like doing my best that conversation with the kids' gloves, and he's like still like slightly triggered. Jesus. No wonder Wilnef never touched anything Destiny related. Well, I mean, doesn't Melina count?
She should
Well,
donate some of that money she spends on food.
Mods,
I found
mods,
the prime button.
mods.
Denims, Gremlo,
Get us guy VIP.
Mike.
Wait, what? What is the reaction?
Mods, 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 mods.
Denims, Gremlo,
Get us guy VIP.
Mike.
Listen to the dono. Oh, I'm just trying to. Oh.
She should donate some of that money she spends on food.
Mods.
Oh, I did it. Fat joke.
Not happening. Property recovered. Sting away.
She called Ludwig a cracker for not doing a charity stream for Palestine. Yeah, she's hella mad about that. Clip is no longer available. I don't care that much. What the fuck? Is this a Dave Rubin tweet?
Yes.
Why Ludwig dislikes Destiny, didn't want to play Cheeseball. Wait, okay, what? I didn't actually watch this. What is this about? Is this not?
I've only ever,
So luxurious and
and this is real, I've only ever hung out with Destiny one time in this world. I only ever hung out with them one time. And it was a terrible first impression. I doubt he would even know about it. But it was at like TwitchCon 2017 or some shit. 2017. I had maybe 100 viewers. The only reason I was there was to hang out with Cutie. This is when we first started talking.
Where was the first TwitchCon at? First TwitchCon. This is the one that Soda and Rekful went to, right? Haven't we been over this? Have we? I don't remember. TwitchCon 2017. I need to see something like. What am I thinking of? To jig my mind? There's a. What's the word I'm looking for?
Jog my memory?
To jog my memory. I don't remember this event at all. Yeah, this was the smoking weed in Cutie's place. In the window, or the upstairs roof, like, window thing getting broken. I remember that. I think this was 2020. I don't actually, I'm just assuming it is. I don't know. I don't remember at all. I don't remember.
And he showed up to the house that I was staying in. I think because he was hooking up with a girl there. I don't know. I don't need to out her name.
What is he even talking about? Was this 2017? He told this story during the CuteBot thing on the yard like 2 years ago and said this interaction was fine. The negative interactions since have achieved retroactive vibe harshing. Destiny, it's probably V. I don't even know if V was staying at that house. Was she? She might have been. But there was like plenty. There are tons of people in this house. I'm not going there to fuck or hook up with anybody. In 2017, was I dating?
Decided to focus.
I think I was dating Aaron at that point. Did I even know V in 2017? Wait a second.
Flames awaken.
2017? It must not have. It couldn't have been 2017. It must have been like 2019 or 2019. I feel like that's when I met V, right? But anyway, okay.
Yeah, with Cutie. This is when we first started talking.
Do you even care? It's a minor detail. I care because if this is the event that I'm thinking of, I showed up at this house when there were only like 4 or 5 of us on the roof, and we just went to smoke. That was it. So it was 4 or 5 of us upstairs smoking, and then another party broke. And after that party broke, everybody started coming to this house. And I was like, ooh, like there's like 100 people here now. And then I wanted to like leave. I was like, fuck this. And so I just left. But there was like 100 people there. I don't even know if I saw him here. But like, I was just like upstairs on the roof. I'm pretty sure there's a Twitter video somewhere of me that Zerko's taking me like stoned as fuck on a couch. If this is if this is the same event that I'm thinking of. But
showed up to the house that I was staying in. I think because he was hooking up with a girl there. I don't know. I don't need to out her name. And he walked in, and he kind of did a once-over on the room. I guess there weren't enough people that he was into or fucking thought were cool enough or clouded. I don't know what.
Or maybe I'm like, maybe I'm looking for somebody. What a weird fucking... You're such a clout shark. Like, I can't even believe that this guy, who probably, his mouth probably smells like shit from all the fucking brown nosing and rim licking he does, is accusing me of going into a party looking for clout? I've never seen such an obvious projection of fucking rectum tongue digging behavior in my entire fucking life. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my god.
I guess there weren't enough people that he was into or fucking thought were cool enough or clouded. I don't know what. And he left within 5 minutes.
He's there.
Which is crazy because I remember that day my vibes were immaculate. I got everybody in the room to play this game. We had a bunch of, you know that giant thing of cheese balls? We were at TwitchCon. I remember this. We had this giant thing of cheese balls. I had a fucking circle of like 10 people around me. And we were trying to throw the cheese ball into every person's mouth in a row, and if we failed, we would restart. I don't know how, but I got everybody to start playing this game. We were playing it like it was the fucking Super Bowl. If someone dropped it at cheese ball 8, there was fists being thrown. Just a dumb fucking game that you play with your friends. But I remember he comes in, and I go, cheese ball? And he goes, no. And ever since then, I was like, hey.
Come on out.
Just like every other human on this earth, I hope he does well. I hope he does good things.
I don't. The feeling is not mutual. What an unbelievably unhinged fucking take. Oh my god. Okay. I think I was in my cool phase. So probably what actually happened is I probably rolled up, literally. I probably had wheelies, the rollerblades in your shoes thing. And I had the sunglasses because you can balance them perfectly up here. And he probably asked me, and I was like, no. And then I did this, and the sunglasses fell on my face. And then I rolled backwards out the fucking door. I was like, talk to me when you're CCV, concurrent viewership? Talk to me when your CCV's 5K, kid. And then I bounced. He was like, fuck. He was like, fuck. This was right after TwitchCon, by the way. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is... Bro, I am stoned out of my mind. Which was fine, but then that party broke, and now there's like a million people here around me.
One Destiny, Acid Land, Joe Mama.
It was like us 5. I think it was me, Sue, Joe, and I think V. We were just like hanging out here for... We were hanging out for a while. And then like, yeah, and then like 1,000 fucking people show up because another party broke. It's like, fuck. I don't even know if this is what Ludwig is talking about, though.
Clint took... Whoa, okay. Okay. Goofy.
Cutie telling the story. Oh my god, do we have multiple points of view? No, wait. This is a story of me on this roof, I think.
My head, and I get a knock on my door from Flirtini. She's like, cutie,
Right?
someone fell through the roof.
Yeah, because somebody, probably what, stepped on the thing and broke the fucking roof near where window. I don't know what the fuck, a skylight, whatever you call it. Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? Because we have a skylight. We had a skylight.
Take all the time you need.
And I was like, what is going on? Like, what is going on?
Was it Maya?
Turns out it was Wes, by the way, smashed through the skylight.
What?
Yes. And so I'm like livid. And I'm like, okay,
Accept this message.
I'm ending this party. I'm not interested in hanging out with people I don't know. So I go upstairs on the roof because we had like a weird like hangout spot on the roof. And I go upstairs on the roof. I stand on a table and I was like, if I don't know your fucking name, get out of my house. And then I look at Destiny is high as fuck. Destiny is high as fuck on the couch and is staring at me like I caught him smoking weed for the first time and he's 14 and I'm his mother. He's just like, dude, if you were my head and
Yeah, actually, yes.
Let's see how this goes.
But Ludwig must be talking about some other thing, but I don't remember. I don't remember any cheese ball thing. Didn't she retell the story later to make you look bad? I don't know.
Nobody doesn't take stances. Like Nobody will be like, yeah, guys, I'm on every side possible, right? Jack, this is lovely, Jack, this is lovely. Guys, I'm on everybody's side. Okay, guys, I'm on your side and your side. And then people come in and say, hey, yo, lad, you need to take one side. It's now we need to make a decision. And nobody's like this. And he just disappears. Like, Jack, every time, Jack, you know for Jack, you know he does that. You know he does. He's on every side, and when it's time to choose, he vanishes, okay? Every time. Nobody doesn't take stand.
Must have been my chaos spoon just then. Now.
So I personally donated 10K. Because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate. But I won't throw it on you, you know what I mean?
Look at the bottom bar. Emergency rent. Jesus Christ.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, some people are going to say that, you know what I mean? That's why it's the diff.
This is a cracker cake.
You took me for simple prey.
Yes. This is.
Say that, you know what I mean? That's why it's the diff.
This is a cracker take.
The diff.
This is a cracker take.
Yes. I agree with the second one.
The ocean's fury.
It gets better.
I don't need to enter a fucking debate about whether that's worthwhile.
And that's
okay, America has to be destroyed, but for other reasons. Okay.
Something that you're right is rejected by the.
Rare Denims moment where she's actually at her. God, I hate Twitch. Somebody pointed this out to me once, and it lives in my brain rent free forever. You know that for the first, like, maybe she's changed. To be fair, maybe she's changed. For the first hour of every stream, she just streams like a YouTube video, like literally an hour, or like a news station. It's like unreal. This is unhinged. I just opened the last 4 VODs. Let's see if it happens still. If she still does it.
It's a bite. To me.
Saddam Hussein now.
It's a gut
Only one-sided because someone wink you.
And like the worst part about that stuff.
Oh wait, she only goes for 45 minutes here this time.
Too.
Or wait, 50 minutes? Okay, not bad, not bad.
Why, thank you kindly.
All this propaganda.
Oh, and the rest is.
Not the police.
Oh, 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 oh. Wait, what is this? Hello? What is this? Wait, what's the... Do I have a police siren sound? What is this? No, I need a police siren sound effect. Oh, that works here, actually. Uh-oh. What is this? Hello? Let's see, how long is the... Oh wait, this whole thing's only 13 minutes long. What the fuck?
It also requires that we ignore...
Oh, it's just a YouTube video stream. Nice, nice. Oh, wait, that last YouTube video we watched, there was a 30-minute video before the 50-minute video. So it was actually 1 hour and 20 minutes. Oh, I thought she'd done less than an hour, but she'd done over an hour that day. Okay. What about this one? Let's see. 3-hour stream. Let's try 45 minutes in.
The plot on
okay.
are
these all videos?
Man, we
yeah,
rep.
okay.
Call him here.
55 minutes? Oh,
Things will, like, some places will stay open.
Okay.
Small businesses like ours to stay in business at a...
session. We're removed
Oh,
enough
wait,
now
never
to
mind,
know that
okay.
the effects were.
Listen, man, it's your life.
Oh, she's just on the.
Sorry. I was literally like, I'm never doing orange again.
Which is why it's not shelved
Okay,
with
okay.
them. And that authorization.
Horses looking out in the backyard and seeing that the lawn is too capable of spending. Everyone should be to make YouTube videos. Anyone who took home roughly 19%.
This wasn't bad.
Right now.
She started talking like 30 minutes in. That's a strong.
really was.
Yeah, 35, 40. Do you have anything else? Are we good? These insurance scams are getting wild. What's this? Destiny subreddit be like, well, Destiny could have backed up. He should have seen the guy coming. Just kidding.
Blasted catchy
Okay.
song.
Give us one, Don DeMarco.
Dom DeMarco.
I love you guys. I'll be back. I might stream tomorrow or I might stream in 3 days. I don't fucking know. We'll see. Have fun. Be careful. Rebrand cappuccino, 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 cappuccino. Be careful.
An even trade. Time to dry off.
Kelly.
It's just because Asian guys remind me of my brother.
What the?
And that's why.
What? You don't date Asian guys?
I've never, no.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Move, nigga. Interesting. Hey.
That's what it felt like. Huh? That's what it felt like. I was like, do you date Konnichiwa. Can I eat some sushi out your pussy?
Why don't you like Asian guys? Are you a race traitor?
A race
Are you a
traitor?
race
No,
traitor?
No, like.
You wouldn't even date a Vietnamese guy?
No, not really. I actually I don't know. They just come off. Like I get so close. Like they're just my friends. Like they give me like my brother. Like they remind me so much.
I think we need to ban the word like. Some of these people.
Like
should,
why? Like why would you like?
I feel like I feel like my friends like friends. They remind me like my brother. Like
You know what like is? Like is the new That's what it is. Before people was like, well, I gotta do so when people do that, it's really just to replace.
It's called a speech
the thought
whisker.
is not made, so they just replace all that with that word. Like,
you know what
like,
you could do?
Shut the fuck up.
Take a pause.
Which is equal to shutting the fuck up.
reflect.
Shut it the fuck up, basically.
There's like a good time to just pause and be like, let me think about what I'm gonna say before.
They remind me so much, like the way that they carry themselves. They remind me so much of my brother that
Wait.
it's like.
Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
Okay, here's the thing. It's your dating preferences. It's your business. Don't care. Don't care. You should be free to date whoever you want to date for whatever reason you want to date them. But saying Asian men remind you of your brother is one of the most biggest cop-outs and one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. It insinuates the idea that all Asian men are alike. Irrespective of heights, skin tone, personality, upbringing, class,
Body
every
size.
single one of them
Reminds you of your brother.
that is stupid. That is incredibly fucking dumb.
My bad.
Listen, it's just one of those things where I'm like, just have your preference and just say I don't want to talk about it. But don't get some goofy shit where like, why you don't date black women? I don't want to date black women because criminality. What? Am I insinuating? Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Can you imagine if our brothers just popped out the closet like we used to? I'm every Asian. It's only me. That's what it feels like. Like, no. And you know what? Like, when people get up on the remix is dope. I'm every Asian.
Sorcery at best.
Chopsticks and Asian bun, baby.
Just don't.
Do it, bro.
Just date what you want to date.
Do it, bro.
But don't come out here and say this goofy shit because that stuff, that's when you start to make terrible stereotypes about whatever group you're talking about.
I have like a brotherly relationship with most
Closer to
Asian,
the mic, closer
with
to the
most Asian men that I meet.
Wait, can you scoot your chair into the table so we can get you a little better posture?
Can you just put that mic closer? Put it in your mouth. Now use a bit of tongue. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Whenever I meet a girl, she can do that sound effect. I don't know why. I'm like, yeah. Anyways. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, damn, how are you so good at this? Hey, yeah. Anyways, big announcement. We're going on tour. What? Yes, we're on tour. What are we gonna do? We're gonna react to videos live? No. We're gonna do stand-up, crack jokes. Maybe laugh, maybe you don't. But you're gonna pay $75 to find out. So, show up. I mean, give me my cheddar. Make sure you guys click the link in the description. I think the first couple of days we're doing Detroit. We're going to be doing
Washington,
Pittsburgh, and Washington. So those are the 3 cities we're doing this late summer, end of August. And then after that, we're going to be doing the rest of America. We're likely going to go to Europe some parts. We're excited to get to catch you guys face to face.
I can't. I don't know. I can't describe it.
They remind you of.
Yeah, like they have the same personality traits as like the.
Oh,
my
that's a
brother,
bit.
like,
That's a bit. You know.
I don't know. And
Are
then,
you
like,
saying all Asian men?
No, I'm not the ones that I've met.
All remind you of how your brother acts.
Most, yes, the ones that I have met, yes. Or like one of my cousins or something. I don't know. It's just like. I don't know.
What about like a nice Filipino boy?
Yeah, I've met a lot of them. Yeah, I just.
Laos? What about a Laos guy from Laos? Maybe like American born, but Laos.
Never.
Asians. She said Asian. She said Asian.
I don't know why this one
You
guy
can name all of them if you want to.
Yeah, this Brian dude just be like, hey,
Like, let me name. I know all of them.
I know Asian.
I know Asian.
So Laos, no. Cambodia, okay. Malaysia,
Filipino?
Japanese, Korean.
What about a
South?
Malay?
How about North Koreans? They're built different, literally. Starving and shit. Come on, no. Chinese, no. Mongolian, huh? No. Kazakh, they're kind of Asian, but also kind of Russian. No.
Definitely, it sounds like not Vietnamese because your brother's Vietnamese, so that's like
Yeah,
all
Vietnamese. Like
immediately
I don't know.
like
It's
that.
just like we're too alike.
Too alike.
You know, like I can relate to you so much that I can't learn anything. So it's like
Mongolian,
no.
Korean.
I was just joking. I was just joking. But this guy, he just keeps saying it. This, oh my god, I'm gonna have to skip this guy too.
Korean, Japanese, Chinese.
Oh my god! He actually did it! He actually did it! I think this guy's more autistic than. Oh my god.
You fucking did that. Now I know my ABC.
Yeah! You don't shut the fuck up.
Vietnamese. Okay, what about I'm running out of. Thai.
I've met. No, I only know one type.
Indonesian.
Like
Okay, guys, I gotta skip this part. This is
yes.
Few moments later.
I'm missing like at least one or two of the South.
He's still going! Oh my god! Let me skip again.
Much later.
Oh, I missed Taiwan. Thank you.
Thailand.
He's still going! I'm skipping it!
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like, all right, you're it, so I'm not. I know the differences.
Hey,
that's what it sounds like.
Are you just not attracted to Asian men?
Yeah, I would say that too.
Motherfucker, that's what she said!
Flashback.
My strength's reborn.
Asian guys.
I've never known.
End of flashback.
It took you 5 minutes.
Okay, you're triggered.
No.
You're
After 5 minutes,
you're
he
triggered.
went, no.
I know I was there.
She went. I'm not into Asian men. And he went, what about Laos? Taiwan, Mongolia, Japan, Korea, not South, North, China, Malaysia, Indonesia.
I draw you down, O
No?
moon. Lend me
Okay.
your light.
5 minutes later.
So now I've like listed all the Asian countries.
Please
Can I
make
just
your
ask,
choice.
are you just not into Asian men?
You're triggered.
Can be controlled.
Fucking triggered. You're triggered. It's okay.
That was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
Have to calm
In a
him
long
down.
time.
It took you 5 minutes to just realize after she already said it 3 times? Like, come on, bro. I think this guy's been on the spectrum.
And then, like I said, it's just a thing. Like we're just so alike. Like I like learning from my man. Like I like learning about different cultures too, and like I like just experiencing new things. With somebody, if I was dating like a Vietnamese guy, we relate so much. It's
Do
like,
you speak Vietnamese?
I understand it.
Okay. Wait, so you would relate too much to them? That's
I know it sounds weird. It's just like I can't learn from you, or you can't really like teach me new things about.
Well, you can learn the language. Sorry. Carry on. Sorry. Carry on.
I was gonna say,
Carry
it
on.
sounds like you don't know shit about your own culture.
Carry on.
Listen, okay, before I it's just, she's not really saying much. It just sounds like some self-loathing. There's some parts of Asian culture that she really doesn't like of her own culture, and but she sees other Asian men. That's what it sounds like.
Jesus H.
That's what it
Christ.
sounds like, generally speaking. She's saying she can't learn anything. How can you ever know that without ever doing it? It don't even sound like you have that deep of a culture, like connection to the homeland. Like you don't even speak the language. You know what I mean? You could tell me you ain't been around a lot of Asian people. Then you say, I know a lot of guys from Vietnam away. So I don't know. You say a bunch of confusing stuff, but all of this just sounds like you dislike either Vietnamese or you just dislike Vietnamese men. That's it.
I care about if he cares about my culture and he wants to learn more about my culture. And my boyfriend right now, he's black.
Surprised.
Surprised.
You are?
Super.
Okay. Me too. I looked at her, I'm like, she looked like she didn't practice. This is not a lie.
And he goes to extremes to try to teach me more about black culture. And he tries to help me understand it better, so that I have a better understanding of him. He's very he's done rallies, he's led rallies before he led protests. Like he's very passionate about his culture, which is why I would say it's unfair of me to disregard it and not want to learn about it more. Because if he cares about it so much, why should I make him feel like I don't care about it?
I mean, I think it's great that you want to learn about his culture. In terms of an attraction trigger, I've never heard someone say learning about I would not be attracted to someone if I could not learn from their culture. And if that's the case for you, hey, that's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's not just the culture thing. It's just learning period.
Bruh, you know what it sounds like? You know what it sounds like? It sounds like I only date black people with a lot of steps. That's what it sounds like.
Maybe not. Maybe that's just the word by trying to do away with it. It sounds like she got a problem with her own culture and she got into the US. Maybe something learned from her dad, maybe something learned from there. But all this talk about all Asian men remind me of my brother's really stupid. I'm sorry. That just is so reductive in how you talk about Asian people in general. It makes them sound singular in personality type or anything. First off, she said all Asian men. That's crazy. Because you best believe, culturally speaking, Japanese are distinctly different than Koreans. Distinctly different from people from Malaysia in terms of climate, in terms of lifestyle, in terms of many other things. It's like when people talk about Africa. It's like, yeah,
So much.
The temperament in Ethiopia is going to be distinctly different than the temperament in Rwanda, even though they're neighboring countries. Same thing for Somalia, or I go all the West Africa. It's just stupid when you do that. Europeans are not all the same. Sorry, somebody in Italy is not going to live the same as somebody in northern UK. It's just not going to happen.
Depending on where in Italy as well. Depends where.
True, south of Italy is completely different than the north. It's just
it's weird.
When I hear some goofy stuff like this, I'm like, hey, you got some shit to figure out, but you saying this shit like, no. That's something that I think it's okay for people to be like, I ain't rocking with that. I don't like it when people say, oh, you know, all white people are the same. It's like, what does that even mean? What does that even really mean?
It worked.
You date one white person, they all remind you of the same white person? That's weird. No? Was that crazy?
I've seen that. I heard that.
I have heard it too. Every time I hear it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It is kind of weird. I don't know where it really is from, whatever.
No,
there's no traumas and stuff like that and stuff like that. It could be different for a lot of people, but I've heard that very lot. I've heard that. I've heard that from men. I've heard that from men, from women about their own culture. Yes. And they're like, no.
Yeah, maybe.
You know who I've heard? Because we're in this country, I've heard that from the most white girl. Saying, I don't want to date a white boy. So I've heard that much more here.
No. Yeah, makes
and
sense.
also, I'm from Longueuil, so.
Yeah. I think that I think a lot of people grow up and they just don't find themselves or their family cool or interesting, and so they consume other cultures through media and find that stuff more engaging and more socially appealing, and so they find like a bit of revulsion towards their own culture and start to fetishize and take a serious interest in others, right? So they'll downplay like, oh, American culture, and then they'll obsess over Japanese culture. Even though they've never been or anything like that, they turn into weebs who dress like Japanese people and konnichiwa and say all this goofy shit. I suspect it just comes from young age, but I could be wrong. So just take my shit for two.
Yeah, they don't think their culture is appealing, and the parts that are appealing to others, they don't want to associate with that.
Yeah.
And then they veer off to some other things.
So they think by rejecting it, it's gonna just make them seem more cool and more interesting, or whatever it is. But it's like, no, you just sound like a loser for downplaying your own people.
Back in the days, I remember I had some dude. He was the only black emo I knew. I don't care about you listening to that music. I don't care if you're like, what's the worst thing I could say? Like, you do whatever you want to do, right? But he would straighten his hair and put it like, you know, the emo look where you have your hair over your, I know you can't, you know, that shit. Straighten your hair, you became a hope. That's your style. But there was a lot of resentment from his own people. Yeah, you know, because his people was rejecting him and stuff like that. There was a lot of bullying. You see a lot of bullying from black people. So he veered off from that thing. He didn't like dancehall, reggae, hip hop, none of that. So he went to that stuff and he became that.
I think most of this stuff comes from childhood. I remember even for me for a long time, my mom kept trying to do these like arranged marriages with other Ethiopian girls, and I refused to date an Ethiopian girl just to spite her, which is not a good thing. And now at older age, everything's chill. But you know, sometimes it's you not thinking it's cool. Sometimes it's just being forced on you. You know, some people will not want to date people from their own cultures because their parents try to force it on them so hard. It's kind of like religion. You know, if you would have let the kid find it on their own or in their own time, they would have grown. But because parents made such a, you know, effort to like shut you in and you're gonna take this and you're gonna love this, and then you reject it even harder because of how it was pushed on you. You know, so most of this stuff I think comes from, if you actually take time to dissect it and really look at it, this comes from your childhood experience with either your culture or whatever the topic is. So, anything else?
Nah.
Let us know what you guys think.
Women posting pictures of themselves is not the same thing as a man liking another girl's picture. Biologically, women have the desire to share, even if it's just a picture of themselves. When Kim Kardashian posts a picture of herself in a bikini, do you think that she's doing it so that guys will slide into her DMs? No. When she's going throughout her day, she's seeing herself in ways that she might not like. When she shares these pictures, she's crafting a narrative of her own image. For women, it's a reminder and a reflection of who we know we are at our best. This is
Yo, everybody who's watching right now, I want y'all to imagine the worst thirst trap y'all had. You know sometimes, like, you know on Instagram, and it's a girl staring at the horizon, right? But like half the shot is just her ass. and she'd be like, how's my future looking? You know what I mean? Shit like that. You know what I mean? Okay, now watch out a picture. I hate those captions. It makes me want to uninstall Instagram every time, okay?
That's facts.
Okay, now I want y'all to picture that, and I'm going to play this video back. And I want y'all to imagine that, okay? Let's just imagine this.
Posting pictures of themselves is not the same thing as a man liking another girl's picture. Biologically, women have the desire to share, even if it's just a picture of themselves. When Kim Kardashian posts a picture of herself in a bikini, do you think that she's doing it so that guys will slide into her DMs? No. When she's going throughout her day, she's seeing herself in ways that
all the women are not Kim Kardashian. When she posts, she understands it's a business. Her posts sell. But to all the other women that don't have the following that Kim has and doesn't pull the money that Kim pull, which is most of the women that are on Instagram and are posting these kind of pictures, it's not to be like, yes, I don't want people. No, it's the there's attention for there's attention. You like attention. Come on now, B.
All right.
No. When she's going throughout her day, she's seeing herself in ways that she might not like. When she shares these pictures, she's crafting a narrative of her own image. For women, it's a reminder and a reflection of who we know we are at our best. This is not the same thing as a man in a relationship liking pictures of random girls because he appreciates it.
So, men in relationships shouldn't like other people's pictures, but women in a relationship should post her straps. Is that what the narrative is? Is that what it is? Is that what I understand?
Yes, because she's doing it to craft a narrative about her at her best. So you at your best is pushing on your hips so your ass looks like it's got the maximum amount of roundness, but it's really just your lower back extending into your ass, creating an optical illusion. Yes. Is that the narrative you want to craft about yourself? That you have a bigger booty than what is actually true? Is it like one of those rear view mirrors where objects in the mirror actually are closer than they appear? Is that what this is? Is a reflection of you in this picture? That your titties look better because you do this shit right here? And you go at this angle and all of a sudden your titties look filters, homie. Oh my god, the reflection of you at your best is your titties are fatter, your ass is bigger, your wrinkles are gone. That's you at your best.
What's the filter?
Hey man, women, I guess y'all didn't know this, but you at your best is you being as voluptuous as possible. Just shut the fuck up. It's okay.
Let's say it again.
It's okay.
Don't say it again.
No. Just shut the fuck up. It's okay. Post your pictures. Get the attention. Maybe you're feeling yourself in an outfit. It's okay to say you're getting some validation. You're kind of nice. People leave the little likes and comments. You get a little dopamine rush. We all know what it is.
But
guys who are liking it, because it look nice and you like it. Okay?
So what should they do?
Shut the fuck up. Just post your stupid fucking thirst trap. All your dumb captions about, oh my god, how does my future? Just say my ass look fat, don't it? Just right there. Ooh, booty, 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 booty. That'd be a perfect caption. I want to see the Instagram whores who just say that shit. It's fine. I don't even care. It's just when you put these bullshit captions, it's like you're insulting my intelligence. Don't you? We all know why we here. You know why we here. The comments know why we here. Ain't nobody read no fucking caption and thought, damn, what if it? No, stupid. It's okay. Just post them. I will not bother nobody posting these things.
Just do your thing.
Do your thing. But don't insult our intelligence. I want us to just... Even the Kim Kardashian example. It's like Kim Kardashian's posting a picture of herself like that because she sounds sexy. Does she want men in her DMs right now? No. Because she's probably not in the market like she was before. But let's believe back in the day, you know what she was trying to do? Trying to get athletes and entertainers. That's why she put out her own sex tape and did all that stuff. She wasn't doing the best reflection. She was posting hands and titties and doing angles and BBLs and everything else under the sun because she was trying to signal for high value men to come and seek her out. That's why she dated all these athletes. I don't know. It's dumb shit. He's dumb. But you know what? Let me read the comments. Maybe there's something in it. But you want something on this topic?
No.
As a woman, she lying through her teeth. Women all know exactly what they doing.
I love that shit.
Yeah, these comments are wild. Okay, she replied to somebody. She got mad.
What she said?
She says she's doing it to remind herself who she is at her best for the time when she's not feeling that way. If her man doesn't feel...
No.
Wait,
Nah, I know.
Does that make y'all feel better when you guys don't feel sexy? You guys go through some of your old pictures that make you feel better? I feel like it has to have the opposite.
Nah, that's
Like the incongruence between your best pictures, which is like you accentuating things ridiculously, and how you're feeling. I feel like that always makes me feel worse. No? I have never felt terrible about myself and looked at old photos and felt better. I'm like, oh, why am I not there anymore? That don't make me feel better. Shut the fuck up. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe women do feel this way.
No.
I don't know.
Bro,
I'm saying I don't know.
If they did, they wouldn't post so many pictures. You had all the pictures that made you feel good. At some point, you stopped posting because I have all these pictures of.
We never stopped improving.
Let me go back. Let me go back. Yeah, but you go back. You go back. So no, that's a dud. That's a complete dud. No one that I know, nobody is like, makes me feel good. No, they're like, God damn, I thought I was fat, but I was skinny back then. Look at this. Look, can someone come look at this? God damn, I look good.
But here, that's okay.
No, that's it.
I was gonna read the rest of the comment. If her man doesn't feel comfortable with her doing it, that's one thing, but it's not the equivalent of a man disrespecting his woman by liking another woman's picture.
Nah, you're crazy. You're bugging, my girl. Shut this shit off. She's bugging. Bye. No. So see, shut it off. You're really trying to give yourself a reason.
Let me ask a question. If it's just about her having reflections of herself out of the best, why she gotta post it? Keep your fucking reflections in your little photo album so you can scroll through. No, you need the interaction. You need the reaction. You need the people leaving the comments and the likes, which is fine. Do that, but don't pretend like there's no one. Because you can just take pictures and keep it on your phone.
You got it on your phone.
If it make you feel so good to be like, oh, I look good 5 times like. If it make
but you gotta broadcast it. No, you lying through your teeth. Stop it. Ain't nobody believe that shit. Fuck out of here. Nah, bruh. It's a dud. It's a no.
That's all I really got. This girl's name is Cassia West.
Shut up. It's not because.
And it's crazy how confidently she said this, like she was groundbreaking.
Like she said some shit that was.
Yeah, and you just listen to that shit for 2 seconds, like, yo, your whole shit is faulty. Your wiring's off. Go ahead.
It's not every. There's a lot of coaches out there. It's not every coach that wins a cup.
It's not every coach that got a team.
It's not every coach that got a team. It's not every coach that wins a cup. It's not every coach that got game. Stop. A lot of coaches out there. That's a life coach shit. It's because shut up. It's not because you got the confidence to say it that you should say it. Okay? Shut up.
Let us know what you guys think of the comments below. I didn't realize that when Fresh Fit put out that live stream and said they were going to nuke our channel, they just ended up nuking their own. I don't know why I'm doing this, but they decided to sneak us live stream.
How am I gonna break this down? I'm not like proper attires and race.
Bro.
Alright, can you move over?
Okay, I'm moving over. Fucking chick. You see out of that? You fucking Sandnick. It's okay. White. This is Sandnick.
Bro, you're the worst of the worst. You eat dogs and
What?
kill people as a black guy. In Asia.
Yeah.
Real quick, pause right. This nigga right here is funny. He's funny, this nigga.
I don't condone this N-word.
Oh. Shut up, you Albanian. Keep running the clip, you chink. No, keep running the clip. Who's that weird nigga that can't speak? Who's that? He black as hell. My team out. What the fuck is going on? What entire nation fucking pussy shit is that? I know that.
Bad respect to minorities. What the fuck? Stop! I want to get another run.
Here right now. What's there? Swinging around eating some bananas. Fucking stupid. Breach is crying right now, swinging from a monkey ranch. Eating a banana, playing some Donkey Kong on an N64 because he's a stupid prick. He's a window licking stupid nick.
What?
What? Fat ugly white. Hey. Oh, man, I like that.
Video that
you got these niggas running like it's an employment line.
What the?
Don't do that. I will find you, you fucking stinky looking piece of shit. You go fucking fat right here. I don't like you already.
I don't know how you guys did it, but you guys made a more embarrassing response than H3H3 by like a long mile.
Never ever compare that Myron dude to them fucking Jews, you motherfucker.
Whoa.
Is this a character?
This is not
I was
representative.
born this way, you chick. Keep going, chick. Come on.
No, I don't think they do. So.
You damn right there, high value man. They say more lives than your monkey asses have. What the fuck you niggas doing? Y'all sitting there in that tight ass room. I'm sitting next to a fucking monkey with dreads for a decade. You niggas to do now, but see, ooh, you. Same shitty fucking camera for a damn decade. Same shitty road mic right there that looks like a penis forever. You guys have not proved nothing, and you fucking niggas, millionaires, now invested back in the business, get called out by a fucking KKK member out of Tennessee. You motherfuckers are losers. I'm roasting y'all right now. Continue on, Ching.
Yes. Okay.
That nigga sound like he got a 39 IQ. Holy shit. I don't know how this guy preaches taken seriously. Like, this nigga is fucking stupid. Say Albanian yesterday, said something about, shut the fuck up, you fucking. You stupid nigga not showing the women that y'all are with not one time. Last time I checked, that Myron nigga got like 3 or 4 girlfriends, okay? And they're friends with each other.
Or they would hurt our fan base. But if you're secure in who you are,
no, your fan base is a bunch of low IQ feminists that can't take it when you get fit. What does he do? He actually gets fresh and most importantly, fit. That fresh fit nigga helping everybody get in goddamn shape.
And she's interested in helping out however she can. I think she.
What do you mean? What do you mean I'm unhinged? You are
tricks, something
okay, yeah, we do like 10 sets of cross burnings. And here's the thing, I'm going to continue to roast them. They're going to sit there and say, okay, let's fucking go. 10 toes down. I will roast you motherfuckers until the end. You fucking homos got nothing else.
Yeah, I think I caught a little. That was a little hardcore. It was a little hardcore even for me.
I'm glad you didn't show up in a white hood, Nick. That would have optics, you know?
I was gonna do the MAGA hat, but it wouldn't go as hard as the white hood, so.
Nick, your followers are going to Myron now. You got competition.
That's true. Both of you guys are, it's like I'm being outdone. I thought I went pretty hard in November.
You got Myron leading the dissident right now.
Yeah, it's a couple of the Albanian and a black guy.
And thrive.
Gonna out.
Goes to show how things have changed, because I remember when Dave Chappelle did the Clayton Bigsby shit back in the day, it was fucking hilarious, but nowadays you do that shit, they're like, oh my god. Just goes to show how pussified we've become. After looking at that Donkey Kong photo, I can conclude that he's also a monkey.
Okay. All right.
Like, bro, I'm ready to end them. Like, they want to go here and say, you're a Myron. Cool. The fucking Arab guy that's also black, that literally, like, I hit so many different check marks for the KKK. Y'all want to call me? Cool, you fucking.
If you're wondering who the white dude in the top left is, that's a white supremacist. Nick Fuentes, who's a leader of a far-right movement. And Just Pearly thinks, I will say, Just Pearly thinks orange does look good on you. I'm glad you took Brittany's advice. I do think it's funny that the only time you decide to groom yourself is for a clan meeting. But hey, if that's the kind of high-value man you want to attract, go girlfriend.
Now let's fucking do it.
Hey guys, when we speak, everyone raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
No.
So we take turns.
No, Nick, no, not you.
No. Kidding. I can't do it. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I heard that some of y'all were raising the salute, so I decided to come back.
Let's go.
Honoring you, goddess.
Poor Sneeko. For all rolls out. Oh, come on.
No!
We're down. Let's go.
No.
Let's go. We're down for whatever.
Let's do it.
I understand indeed.
Do you realize how dumb everyone has to be? That when you're in a room full of people, that somehow Just Pearly thinks seems to be the smartest person. You see her sliding off screen like, what the fuck am I associating myself with? Y'all know how dumb you have to be to make Pearl sound smart? Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, if you want to throw away your YouTube channel in the dumbest way possible, cool. You just cost yourself and your staff millions of dollars over one of the dumbest things I've ever seen possible. And also just notice, all of this rolls off Myra's tongue so easily. This is not the first time he's talked about this, about black people like this. It's not surprising to me. Honestly, when he started speaking about black women in the past, I'd already suspected he had negative emotions or feelings about black people.
About the black dating app called Black.
Oh, it's funny. I never used that one, bro. But hey, man.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that. We ain't Night Riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
You know, sometimes if they're red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark. If you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Okay.
And this just reinforced it. It's just like, I'm not even upset. I'm just like, oh yeah. At first, it starts with making talk shit about black women specifically, and constantly putting them down. And sometimes there's valid criticism about black culture that I'll entertain. But then the frequency and the vitriol that comes out when they speak about it, you start to feel like there's something else going on underneath it all. And then when it comes to people like Myron, even though you can never point to it directly, because it's rare that it's this overt, so you can't really point it out, right? Everyone tells you, no, it's not there, it's not there, even though you have a feeling, you know what I'm saying? You have no, but now you have it in full in front of you. This guy is considered the leader of the Red Pill, and you're seeing how this disseminates to a lot of his followers. That kind of hatred that he has for black people is instilled in a lot of the things that he actually preaches. You can't tell because it's not overt, but it's in the undertones if you understand what's really going on. That's why when I saw the previous one, even though a lot of people said, no, it's not racist, it's not racist. It's like, can you really think that? I know it is. I know what he means when he says the warrior gene. I know what he means when he says monkey. I know why he's using it specifically for a black individual. But plausible deniability gives everyone the ability to be like, no, that's not what he meant. That's not what he meant. But with this stream, you just see it. Everything that I believed and pretty much knew is confirmed. So yeah, I mean, if you want to shoot your credibility, if you want to distort your movement, if you want to make the Red Pill look like a movement for losers that hate women,
That's so lame, man. Why does it not pass the time?
For some reason, it's in your dating preferences, it's in your language, it's in the way that you insult people. That's okay. Have your movement, but when people discredit it and laugh at it,
have your moo boo boo.
Reasons why with your behavior, instead of holding frame, instead of being stoic the way you present in the Red Pill and handling your stuff well, you get poked and prodded. All of a sudden, you unleash this. The reason why this came out is because deep down inside, that's the shit that you feel. That's the stuff that you really believe. That's how you really feel about black people. And now everyone else knows. So, if you're proud of this, congratulations, brother. You played yourself. I don't think there's much to be said. I wouldn't be surprised if the YouTube channel gets deleted. As far as them talking about hanging us or monkeys this or whatever it is, cool.
Today's topic, Doo-Doo covered Trophy Wife has something to say.
During my time in, I'm not sure what is like the hype right now, and it goes through like different phases, but during my short stint and the really extreme acts were what was popular, and that's why being the #1 performer in the industry at the time, everyone wanted to make money off me, so they pushed me to do these things. And it just gets really extreme, like you were saying.
Oh, that is the max, huh? That's wild.
Did you ever go through those experiences where you had to do a scene where it was very aggressive and you just felt like...
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail. Like, honestly, some of my experiences are really humiliating for me, and I wish that they never happened. There's stuff going on, like people getting pissed on, men are pissing inside of women's holes down their throats. Sorry.
I didn't want to get into it, but let me get into it real quick.
Told myself it was negative.
Now I'm crying. I'm like, God damn it. No, don't cry.
I'm
It's
just
okay.
giving some examples. But there's really just like crazy stuff going on that damages people's bodies for the rest of their lives. I luckily don't have any issues, but I've seen scenes shot in Europe where guys are literally punching into a girl's asshole like this.
There's some fucked up shit out there.
Hey, listen.
There's some fucked up shit out there.
First off, your punching technique is trash. But two,
maybe it's an asshole punching technique.
Listen, this looked like Jake Paul in his first fight. That's not how you punch, okay?
But it's punching for pleasure. Punching in the name of love. I know.
Hey, listen.
There is somebody out there.
Shout out to all the ladies with assholes big enough to pass a train through it. But listen, I'm gonna say this. As far as it being a danger to their body, I don't disagree. It's just a conversation. But again, you're choosing that for money the same way NFL players are choosing to put their bodies on the line to get concussions. If you want to have this conversation about, well, it's a danger to their health, they shouldn't be allowed to do that, we can say that about a lot of work. To what degree can people put themselves at risk for money before the rest of us? What?
I thought you was about to say, to what degree can you punch someone's asshole?
I was just thinking, what possesses a man to see a booty hole and be like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What possesses a man to pull a Ronda Rousey, just be like, you remember that meme from Ronda Rousey? Do you imagine this guy who's about to do it, he's backstage?
Honestly, I feel like I'm in denial sometimes and I can't accept some of the things that I've done. There is one thing that, you know, I tried talking to a therapist about before, something that I had to do for a scene that was really rough for me. Basically, this guy had a bowl and...
She haven't said shit.
Let me just tell you this. Whenever you're watching a prawn video and a bowl comes out, nothing...
Nothing good's about to happen.
Listen,
Nothing good.
You're not about to get no tuna casserole, no pumpkin pie, all right? No mama's collard greens. Let me just tell you, okay?
Or apple crumble.
Okay.
Not happening.
All right, there might be a stew, but it's not the kind of stew you want to be having.
Something about to get crumble.
Okay? It ain't brownies.
It ain't your cookies.
It's just brown.
It ain't cookies.
Okay?
It might be your cookies.
It's not apple juice, but it's citrusy. Okay? So I'm just letting you guys know. If you watch a video and they pull out a bowl or they pull out a wine glass, it's not going to end well.
But principally, let's
let me find out.
This guy had a bowl and he like gagged me until I threw up into it, and then he like pissed in the bowl, and during the scene he asked me to drink it, and I didn't.
Stop for life.
Bishop, look at this one. Stabilizer. I've taken time to do a little research to find out what Lana Rhodes do in the privacy of her bedroom. Huh? They have a practice called vomit drinking, where a man proceeds to vomit into a bowl, and then he pees into the bowl, and then he inserts himself into the woman, huh? And then he says to her, I would like you to drink it, huh? And she drinks it like a cat. Hajat. Look at this one. Is this what Barack Obama wants to bring to our country as a human rights ambassador? For our children to drink the pee-pee?
And the vomit from the wine glass?
All right.
Jeez.
I told you. I did not know where this scene was going.
No,
but a bowl? A bowl
is never a good thing.
Hey. How many people are about to look up that scene? What's happening? How many people are about to look up that scene?
Some people are about to...
You tell people something nasty happened, they go, ew. Today's video is sponsored... Oh, wait. All right, you already know. Okay, we're ready. Today's video is sponsored by Blue Chew. Say it with us now, Blue Chew. It's time for you to gain more confidence and longer lasting experiences in the bedroom with Blue Chew tablets, okay? You deserve better. She deserves harder. Listen, Blue Chew is a unique online service that offers you the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. And one of the best parts is that, you know, Blue Chew, it's an online service, so you don't need to go to the doctor and have an awkward conversation with that person. All you gotta do is go to bluechew.com. You just need to consult with one of their medical licensed professionals, and once you're approved, we just ship it to your door. And we got a special deal just for you guys. You can try Blue Chew for free when you use promo code ABBA, all right? And all you gotta do is pay for the $5 shipping. That's bluechew.com using promo code ABBA and get your first month free. So a big shout out to Blue Chew for sponsoring this video.
And I didn't know how to say no. It was one of the most disgusting, foul scenes I ever had to do. And I'm telling a therapist this, and they don't even fucking know what to say to me.
Yeah.
No one can relate. Like, no one fucking knows what to say about it.
I definitely can relate to that. Just even by like working at Hooters, I know I definitely was a sex object.
Hooters? Really, bitch?
Yeah, wild.
I just shared a disgusting story about me having to drink piss out of a bowl like a well-trained Labrador. And you want to relate to me by talking about fucking Hooters? Having to wear booty shorts? And a crop top? You fucking whore. Next time I get a chance, I'm gonna put some nasty shit in your spice pumpkin latte. Fuck you.
Like, that's who I was viewed as working at Hooters. Clearly, I was the complete opposite of that.
Girlfriend, you're doing a disservice because when you walk inside Hooters for that job application, okay, Hooters is very clear.
To send their logo.
They're very clear.
Those aren't owl eyes.
They are not in the first.
Those aren't owl eyes.
Your orientation that you do whenever you work for Hooters. Some of my friends was working for Hooters. They're very clear about what they're doing. So that was a corporate choice that you made. I'm sorry. Nobody that works for Hooters was coerced or they know. Yeah, if you got into that job, you knew you were a sex object. That was a choice.
Also, part of feminism and part of this new age is that you can choose to be a sex object.
And it's empowerment.
You choose to get on Instagram and post your half-naked body, and everyone's supposedly supposed to accept it. Now you're saying, I worked at Hooters where I had to have my titties popping out my turtleneck, right? And you want us to feel bad. Guys, you can't have it both ways. You can't say feminism is about giving women choices and then say, well, there's a job that wants people to be sex objects and it's unacceptable. What?
But, you know, I definitely was pressured into some things that I didn't want to do with men. They had the audacity to ask me to literally go give them a hand job behind the dumpsters. Yeah, you know.
I'm sorry, it's not funny, but
no,
it's like comical.
It's
but
comical.
It's behind a dumpster.
Good, I feel good.
Why?
Because if she's laughing about that, I'm laughing about this.
Yeah.
So if it's comical because see, it was comical because you thought it was comical.
Yeah.
It depends of the people. It depends of you. So if it's the same way, some things are unacceptable for you. Some things, you know, can be very much acceptable.
And let me just tell you, as far as being a sex object, that has nothing to do with you working at Hooters. You could be at fucking McDonald's and people are like, can I get a hand job behind the dumpster? This is kind of the way it works.
You know, but they would push my limits. Like, they would just kind of like joke around at first, or like, oh,
and
I'll give you
quite
$100.
touchy sometimes too. No.
Yeah, and you know, they were like, oh, I'll give you $100 if you take off your panties for me. And you know, I was vulnerable. I was young. I was like, oh, like no harm. Like, okay, like he just wants my panties. Like, heck yeah, $100.
We're good.
Like,
We're done, bruh. I swear to God, okay. We're good, okay. I think you proved your point very much so from that last part. I think we could wrap it up.
Could I have your panties for $100? Bruh. Sure, take them.
No harm.
No harm.
Guys are bad. I was a sex object and it was bad. Wrap it up. We wrap it up. And I'm not even going to explain that shit. Wrap it up.
Guys, if you guys are enjoying today's video, be sure to like and comment.
Like it.
Like it. Comment. It helps out that algorithm.
Boom.
You're watching it for free. We provide you with daily content. Just like the video.
And if you like the merch, get the merch.
And if you want that 50% of people watch the videos and don't subscribe, stop it. You're already here. Let's have a good laugh and let's subscribe.
Click.
Okay?
Ring the bell.
And so when it obviously, I don't know how like porn is shot. They don't tell you beforehand. Did they tell this guy to do these things, or did he just in his own brain?
This one, my
decide?
agent was actually very pissed about.
Titan. Okay.
And again, like, I'm not saying that I was.
But you were put on the spot. You were
I told this guy, like, yeah, I'm excited. Let's do this. I didn't know how to say no. I just wanted everyone to be happy. So
there's this thing now where they're saying, you know, hey, if it's not an enthusiastic yes, it's a no. Her enthusiastic yes was clearly a no. Yay! It's complicated.
Because, you know, when so much money is put in front of you, you often do things that you may not feel great about after the fact. But you also have to take accountability for the fact that you accepted it. You know what I'm saying? And nobody could read your mind, right? Your values are constantly going to get tested. And what you're willing to do for money is also going to get tested. I'm not saying there's not a lot of coercive power within the industry, and there's a lot to be discussed. I agree with that. But we also have to find the balance between personal accountability and your own values and that coercive nature of the industry, right? Just because something is super tempting, you have to take accountability for the fact that you were tempted. A really beautiful woman has a tremendous amount of hold over a simp, all right? Probably more so than whatever she had to face in that industry. Trust me, guys go bankrupt and lose their whole lives over a beautiful woman. It happens every day.
By will of night.
Where do they deserve accountability for the fact that they gave into that temptation? There's a discussion to be had, okay? But every time there's this framing of like frailty or like, oh, this was terrible, the way that you were coerced, it's always centered around the female experience. So
No, that's honestly, that's really hard. And I think, like I had mentioned earlier, it's just so important for young men to stop viewing women as sex objects, because I believe that, you know, instilling that curriculum in school at a younger age. And they had actually said, there's a fact that says that the more a young person had learned about the use of pornography from their school education or sex education, is less likely to see women as sex objects. And I feel that's why, you know, I feel so passionate about the industry, because I don't believe that they should be showing those types of scenes, because it does view women as just an object, and it's not okay to do that. Like, I enjoy watching, like, girl, like you know, but like, I want to watch ethical porn. I want it to be normalized, and I want it to be taught to where it shouldn't be to where a woman is being abused and is, you know, like the male is showing aggression, because that actually is going to translate into his relationships with women in the future.
Okay, there's a fine line to cut here. Is it because someone does something degrading in a video that is therefore abuse?
No.
No?
The question is no.
Okay, so my question is, listen, I know folks who work in the adult industry, right? They get paid to go out and do services, right? Powerful men will pay them. They come in, right? The guys lay in the bathtub. They get a little brownie surprise.
That's not porn. That's not prawn.
That's not my point. My whole point is it's the act, okay? All right, the act of doing that, right? These ladies get paid to do that.
Yeah.
Some people like to be degraded. Some people want to see folks get degraded, okay? That is an industry, and you would agree that industry isn't inherently bad, because some people just have kinks like that. We agree? There has to be a bit of a balance here. We can't have this kind of sex positive thing where we say everyone's kinks are to be represented, cool, right? But then at the same time say, wait, this kind of porn is bad because what it teaches young men is this.
Well, a lot of it is like young boys don't understand, and they think that this is normal and that's what girls want. So they've probably never been with a girl before, and they see these horrible things, and they're like, oh, this is how to please a girl. This is what I have to do.
Yeah.
This is what she wants. And then they, you know, do these things and they act certain ways, and they don't realize the effects that they're having on women.
See, the other problem with this is some women do like that. As somebody who's super vanilla, I've encountered women who like, yo, listen. I've had to do things that I wasn't very comfortable with, okay? You know, things were slapped, all right? Not with my hand. And...
Things were what?
Slapped.
Oh.
And... Okay? Things I've never done in my life. Listen, I had to spit into things that I didn't understand. Whatever. You know, it's their pleasure. What can I do?
Want me to spit in your eye? What?
Man, rough. There's some freaks out here in these streets, okay? But I understand that's what they're into. I'm not going to be like, it's because of trauma from your childhood. Like, I don't know why she's into that. I think it's gross. But she likes it, so I'm going to do it. So I think we need to stop saying like, well, guys are... Listen, there's ladies who like this kind of stuff. There's super submissive ladies who like degrading stuff.
The will of night.
And so when you say this, you're really misrepresenting what's actually happening out there.
I've stumbled upon some videos where, I'm not gonna lie, I really questioned, why is this even allowed on the internet? Like, I felt very, like, I was just turned off. I was like, shut my laptop, like, I can't even look at this. I was like, I cannot believe that this is okay. Like, this is not okay to treat women like this. I could not get off to this. I don't know who watches this to.
Some people have that fetish, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
And
Okay. Drive safe. Love you, babe.
That's why they put it out there, because they're like, oh, somebody will watch it, which is just like, no offense, but like that's disgusting, because obviously she's not okay.
Don't you realize that the exact same thing that you're saying about these folks, people would say about Lana doing any kind of prawn?
Yeah.
That's disgusting. She's not okay. What kind of woman would choose to do adult work, period?
Hey, so this is what we think, all right? Tell us what you think. And don't forget, we have a Patreon that you can subscribe. There's cool stuff on there, exclusive stuff, exclusive videos. We have other videos coming up. Check it out. There's also the merch, you know, I've been preached. You can check it out. And yeah, tell us what you think in the comment. You can ring my bell.
So men are saying, like, we like a natural, but they're gravitating, right, towards a lot of ladies who are nothing close to natural. Men don't want to admit that they like it more than they actually claim, and women don't want to admit that they're doing it for men's attention. Today's big question, why do women get plastic surgery?
Why do women get plastic surgery?
Yeah.
Oh, it's for themselves. It's for themselves.
I'm actually curious. So, I think you and I have heard a lot of the discourse surrounding this topic, and a lot of it's like, you know, the reason why women are getting surgery is to keep up with other ladies or some of the stuff they see, and they're doing it for themselves to get over their own insecurities and stuff like that. And I'll be honest with you, since the first day I heard that stuff, I never believed.
I did.
You did?
Yeah, because it depends on what they mean by that. Because I think that you guys are saying you want to mean the same thing, but you're saying differently, but it doesn't sound. The marketing is off of what they say. Okay. What I mean by that is, you don't think they do this for themselves. You think they're doing this for others. And what they say is, I'm doing this for me, for my insecurities. But your insecurities are stemmed and are rooted into what other people are thinking. Yeah. And the reflection of what you think, you're doing this for others with a lot of steps. That's what it is.
We're not saying the same thing. The reason is this. The motivation is completely different. What I'm alleging is that you're doing it for social acceptance. What they're alleging is that irrespective of how anyone else would feel about it, they would still get the same surgery. I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true either. Yeah,
so that's why
you're right about that part.
And the reason why I feel like it's very different is like if we were all just autonomously doing these things for ourselves, there would be no reason for us to be all appealing to the same beauty standards. Me and Preach are old enough to have at least seen the beauty trends change from the 90s on. Right? And I always say this, the reason why everyone's in the gym squatting, the reason why everyone wants a fat ass, or they want to get BBLs, is hip-hop. As hip-hop got more popular, that trend and that thing became more and more appealing. Because if you trust me, go look at a lot of the models in the 90s, everybody was trying to lose their ass. Everybody was trying to make sure they had no ass. They all trying to look like Pamela Anderson and inflate it. That's all they wanted to do. So you saw the change, and you saw everyone's surgeries in terms of desire to change. Even the whole hourglass thing. This is like a lot of the stuff that we were really pushing through a lot of these medias. So I've never believed it because I've seen the way women's minds have been changed in regards to what they find appealing, and I'm like, I just have to ask, when you get a BBL, okay, and you're risking your life to get this surgery, are you just spending all day staring at it in the mirror and being like, this is worth risking my life for? I don't believe that. I just don't believe that you look. Yeah, I don't believe that.
That's not what happened.
That's not. Let me ask you one simple question. How come you don't see a bunch of lesbians getting BBLs every day? How come you don't see the lesbos getting their titties done the same way for everyone? I'm not saying they don't have their own stuff that they do, but it's normally to confirm to like the butch stereotype or stuff like that.
Or if they're not butch, it's to confirm to certain stuff. If you're not doing for the male gays and you're doing for the ladies, it's still attention.
But did you notice though, when you see this, they don't have the same kind of surgeries if they rarely get it too.
No, and it's not different. Yeah, it's not as bad.
No. So like you just look at lesbians for 1 minute and you'll notice like, yo, most of them are never getting these kind of boob jobs or anything like that. Why? Because they're not appealing to what they think the ideal thing the men want. You do it because you see other women who have these hourglass shapes or whatever get a certain level of attention or adulation that you would like to some degree, be it from your partner or from men in general or from society in general, and you conform to that.
When you get the BBL, it's not so much that you go back home and you look at the mirror and you're like, no, it's the attention that you get when you walk outside. That's what you like, and that's okay. I get it.
Absolutely,
I get it. I'm not even trying to say you were wrong or whatever, whatnot. I'm just trying to say a fact. Attention is liking attention is not inherently a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing. And then we could turn it to a good thing or a bad thing depending on what it is or where it's used or whatever, whatnot. Anyways, that being said, you like the attention. Because when you walk with that BBL, motherfuckers turn around. They look, they whisper, they point. And that attention, people, all eyes on you. You feel like Tupac Shakur right there, walking with Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, I'll say this. I think that's really the crux of it. We crave that attention. We crave that acceptance, that recognition from our peers, the community, whoever comes. And it's okay to admit that. Like, you got a social media account and you post semi-regularly. Part of that is for that attention and that recognition from your peers. Not everyone's doing it on the same degree to the same level, right? And not every form of it is healthy, but we all need and require attention from others. And coming to terms with that and accepting it is okay. It's not something to be shamed for. Now, in its extreme force, we can look at it and say it's unhealthy. It's a little bit unhinged when people are like literally risking their lives just for people's attention all the time. But I think as a society, we try to do this fake humble thing so much. Oh, I don't need nobody. I'm good by myself. Yeah, I'm not doing it for nobody else. I just, I've noticed this more and more in every way, kind of type of way. We try to see more and more individualistic, as if other people don't matter. When in reality, vast majority of us are propping ourselves up. Even this whole, like, I don't need nobody, is to appeal to others, to make yourself feel better than you. And so it's just like, no, embrace it. You like attention. It's okay. There's nothing to be ashamed of. We've convinced ourselves it's bad, but it's not. Like, our kids need our attention. We need our attention from the kids. Like, imagine if, like, your loved ones ignored you. Imagine if people around you ignored you. Imagine if the person you like ignored you all the time. Of course it's hurtful. So it's okay to say you want attention from people. I just think we all want to pretend like, oh, you can't say that.
You think
you lying?
You think I got the motorcycles that I got? No, it's just for me. It's a bit for me. But there's a part of me that like the speed or whatever, whatnot. But a motorcycle goes fast. No matter what motorcycle I'm gonna get, I'm gonna be able to go a certain amount of speed. I chose one of them is a Hayabusa. Why? Because it's a world-renowned, world record motorcycle. I wanted that for me because it's a respected motorcycle. You gotta admit it. I ain't mad at saying that people this and people got like attention. It's okay. Yes. They do certain things for that. When you come to my house, I'ma give you the wine. Pause. The perfect wine. Pause. Good alcohol. Yeah, that's better.
I don't think it's too late for you. But carry on.
I think it's too late for you.
No. Don't bring me into this. You had your little sus moment. Embrace it. You can walk off into the sun and the rainbow.
Why did you bring the rainbow today?
Because anytime it gets sunny for you, I know it's a little rainbow. Get your lucky charms.
Bruh. For the past...
Diddy. Yeah.
Diddly potato.
Hey, don't worry about it. Go ahead.
But yeah, I like to give perfect things. I like to give pristine things because they give a little bit more ambiance and they give a little bit more. People appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Ooh, Preach got the nice stuff. Yeah, I do. But you're right when you say that it's like a new trend of, it's me. It's like Kevin Hart. Me at night, by myself, all day, in the block, doing me, by myself, alone.
Solo dolo.
No niggas. New niggas. New year, new me, stand alone. Right here, on the corner, by myself.
Yeah,
like,
that's so bad.
Yo.
That's how people really trying to tell themselves.
Yo.
And it's cringe.
Pipe down.
I'm gonna give you the best example of this, okay? And here's the thing too that...
No, that's fine. Put that up.
And here's the thing with men too. Men sometimes play themselves a little bit because if you ask men openly, they'll be like, I don't like women with makeup, I don't like women with plastic surgery. But you notice, anytime men get a lot of money, what are the kind of women they dated? They get the most boobed up, assed up, plasticed up girl they can find. You see all these celebrities and stuff, they're getting women with plenty of plastic surgery. They themselves are getting plastic surgeries. They'll talk about how they love everything natural, but you go to Instagram women with the fakest looking bodies, and these dudes are obsessing over it or liking it or throwing their money at it like it's the greatest gift from God, right? Even though it's really just a gift from your local plastic surgeon. They doing that. So they're also sending the signals that are reinforcing to these ladies that, oh, this shit is desirable. And let's also keep it a set. Women do get these surgeries, whether you like to admit it or not. A lot of them end up looking amazing in clothes. You're like, no, Abba, they look like clowns. That's the ones who did the bad job. You would be shocked how many men cannot tell when women have had a very modest boob job or many modest BBL. Listen. They don't even know when a woman's done a tummy tuck. They don't even know that they'll look, oh, she's in shape. No, bro, she got a BBL. She got the stuff taken off her stomach, and she got to put it slightly in her hips, and that's what happened. That's why her body looks snatched. She don't naturally have that hourglass shape. But you wouldn't know because you don't even know what to look like. So men are saying, like, we like a natural, but they're gravitating, right, towards a lot of ladies who are nothing close to natural. Natural bodies, a lot of dudes not fucking with like they think they do. Same with makeup. Oh, yeah, I like women natural. A lot of the women you liking, they got makeup. It might be lighter than some, but they got it. So men have set the standard. We've decided what's attractive. Women have conformed to it because they want that, but a lot of people just don't want to admit it. Men don't want to admit that they like it more than they actually claim, and women don't want to admit that they're doing it for men's attention. It is a bizarre thing that is going on, but the truth is, we're all playing a part.
I'm gonna tell you, yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's everybody's fault. I'm not blaming the woman getting the surgeries. No. I'm not blaming. It's everybody. Everybody take an L on that shit. Even the people that, yeah, like you said, even the people that said they don't like it, they end up liking it.
Yes.
And you know, for some part, some of them people look good, and some of them is just outrageous, and to some of y'all, it still look good.
I've just seen the rise of surgeries all around me. In my local area, I've just seen so many people who I used to recognize who I'm like, you're somebody that I used to know. Yeah, that's yeah. Yo.
You didn't really have to go.
Hey, my God, they be doing the most. So,
and the lip injection is crazy.
The thing that's really disgusting about it is because now that social media is so prevalent, and you're seeing so many people gravitating towards these beauty trends because based off the people that they're seeing online who are all, some of them don't even like to admit it, which is like, I think it's special. If you're a celebrity and you got something done, just admit it. Just admit it. Okay? Especially when you got a huge following, you should be honest about that. It's like all the bodybuilders who are like, I'm natty. You lying to your fucking audience, okay? Just admit what you did.
The Rock.
It's not good because you're setting unrealistic expectations. People are going to be frustrated because they can't achieve what you achieve naturally, and they're going to feel the pressure to do the things that you didn't want to admit you did, and they're going to put themselves at risk. They're going to get it illegally. They're going to pay for the most raunchy stuff because they can't afford the good stuff. Stop. There's a lot of people who are complicit in this whole thing, men and women, right, who are driving this shit up. So yeah, I just want to talk about that, but just stop it. You know, like, let's all just be a little bit more honest. It's okay. We all have that vice in us. We want attention. We want to be recognized. Guys, go to the gym. Yes, it's for your mental health. It's for your mental. You also like looking good for the ladies. You do. You like the idea of appealing to what that standard is. It's okay.
Something changed.
No, I go to the gym just to lower my blood pressure.
That's why sometimes I be respecting vain people who are so open about their vainness. I like it. When they're just like, you know what? You want to work out? Because when it gets hot, I like going to the beach and taking off my shirt and seeing people's reaction. I appreciate that. It's honest. At least it's honest. Because so many people are doing it for the same reason.
Have you ever had someone you take off your shirt and they go, ooh. When it hits you, it feels real good.
Yeah.
Ooh. When it hits you?
Accept this message.
Who would? Tell me what.
You're not lying.
And actually what happened was I kept on being around Wayne and them. And at that time, you know, Wayne, he always talking about big booties and all. Wayne would have like a new chick in the studio every session. So it was always a new big booty.
Creative support.
I just was around them all the time, and I was like sister. I was like the little sister with Wayne and Mac and all these boys, you know, J Mills and Gutta and all of them. And all I would hear them talking about is big butts. And I didn't feel complete or good enough, as those girls, because I'm like, oh my God, you know, this is what you're supposed to look like in the rap culture, and I don't look like that.
And there's plenty of women who admit to this stuff, and I respect it. It's vulnerable, it's honest. I think it's sad that you have to go under a knife to feel that kind of comfort, but that's real. And you know what the crazy thing is? It works.
Stop it.
Because people have this narrative in their head. Yeah, why do you do that? You know, you need to just love yourself. Here's a fucked up thing. In terms of career opportunities and getting dudes, this shit works. Maybe not in the ways that all you will want long term, but it works.
The satisfaction is quick.
And so we're all complicit in creating a society that rewards that, you know? So how can I sit here and be like, nobody, don't get surgery? When I'm like, look at the results. People are getting fucking jobs, getting dudes through their DMs all the time. Like, you know,
still wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't recommend it. No, I don't want people risking their lives. But like, how do you go listen to me over real results? Do you know what I'm saying?
It's your body. You do you, but at the end of the day,
that's fucked up. And yeah. Anyways, let's go to the next thing.
Patronizing.
Today I want to talk about how you're not traumatized. You're probably just hurt. There's a disturbing trend lately where psychobabble in the zeitgeist has been distorted, twisted, and sometimes even weaponized. This has given the people the idea that they can prioritize selfish, uncommunicative behavior under the guise of self-care, misuse psychological concepts like trauma and abuse, and diagnose others who have hurt them in order to dismiss their own pain.
Maybe I should switch.
Now, terms like gaslighting and attachment and emotional labor have bled into the social lexicon, giving people...
Every time there's a word that comes out, there's a group of people that take that word and run with it. Toxic masculinity. And they put that thing in the clip and went outside and went rah, rah, rah. They went Oprah on everybody. You got toxic masculinity. You got toxic masculinity. Why you put on the vest on? You put your toxic masculinity on.
That's not toxic masculinity.
That's toxic.
It's not toxic masculinity.
No, because you're trying to. Because I know what you're saying.
If you gonna show up in chinchilla,
you're yelling. You're yelling. That's toxic.
Should work.
Nah, bro, you can't keep just showing up here looking like you just murdered something in Russia and then think I'm gonna just come out here in my Manscaped donated clothing. Okay? And then we're gonna be fine. Sort it out. Talk about your problems.
And that's
I want you to feel like your emotional labor is recognized.
Him right now, interrupting me. Toxic masculinity.
It's not that.
You're pushing me.
It's not that. It's not that. It's like I'm engaging in emotional labor, and I feel like you don't recognize the effort I'm putting in, so it's making me feel neglected.
You're good.
And as a result of being neglected, there's a part of me that's being hurt. This is a form of emotional abuse. You don't recognize it. No, you're joking. When someone's trying to connect with you and you cut them off before they get a chance, that is a form.
That's what you do.
Of emotional trauma.
That's what you do.
That's trauma bonding.
That's what you do.
You're trying to get close to me.
No.
By traumatizing.
I'm just trying to make money and explain my shit.
Okay. Talk about it. Because I feel like it's so hard to get you to open up.
You're so patronizing right now.
No, I feel like for me it's hard to get you to open up.
You know that's what you're doing right now. You're so patronizing all the time. You try to be like this.
Why don't you spell patronizing?
Patronizing.
Oh, I think I saw it.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you not be so hostile? I said, you know what you need to start doing? The next time someone says gaslight, you'll spell that shit. If you can spell it, I'm going to say I did it. That's what we going to do. That's what we going to do. Gaslight it. Go ahead and spell it. And even if they guess right, just say they're wrong. You gaslight them.
Stay toxic, my friend.
It's an evil world we live in.
Yeah, let's do that.
The core of what humans want is knowing exactly and being able to predict and know exactly. That's why there's people that are fans of astrology, where I know this.
Yeah,
I
feel
know.
Like this is, I agree. I remember saying that this psychobabble is just another form of astrology.
Yeah, I know that. I know the signs.
People everywhere permission to cut out the toxic people at the slightest hint of discomfort, conflict, or disagreement. People are literally slinging armchair diagnoses of narcissism, PTSD, or sociopathy around like they're an Oprah-themed popped open piñata, right? You get a diagnosis. You get a diagnosis. And though this trend has its upsides, it encourages people to get help, it gives them the tools to recognize patterns that aren't working for them, it provides language to more accurately communicate their feelings. It also has a really stark downside, which is that this blunted lens has warped our view of relationships. We're not seeing them as nuanced and complex dynamics that require an ongoing dialogue, but as a one-way transaction. There has been so much rhetoric online lately that encourages disconnection over communication. discrimination, or language that insists your needs be placed above all else. And this kind of black and white thinking completely ignores that we live in a messy world, and sometimes our relationships will require compromise. I don't think you can go into any interpersonal dynamic expecting that your needs are going to be met 100% of the time. That's just not realistic. And because there's so much like Instagram therapy going around, I want to clarify my personal philosophy of what I believe our approach should be. So I think you should put your own needs above other people's wants, but put other people's needs over your wants. I think putting other people's needs over your own needs is at times necessary, and it's also a very kind, loving sacrifice to make. However, putting your needs over other people's needs is also sometimes necessary, and a kind, loving, protective thing to do. And this dance of deciding whose needs take priority, this is a case-by-case basis that should be balanced based on your best judgment. Look, boundaries are meant to keep people in, not out.
Oh, that's pretty cool. No, you're back. I like it.
Clear is...
I feel like when you pause, you like bullshit.
I'm still thinking about it. Go ahead.
If it's not a need for you, you should consider your partner's needs. So if she needs you, shut the fuck up. But you just want to talk, then you should shut the fuck up. Right? But if you need to talk and she needs you to shut the fuck up, sometimes you need to still keep talking. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same way if someone needs to talk to you, but you don't want to talk to them.
Sometimes you still have to talk to them because that's your responsibility.
Yeah, but sometimes they really need to. No, sometimes no.
Sometimes they want to talk to you, they don't need to.
Yeah, they don't need to.
Right. But they need to talk to you.
The way they say it is, no, I need to talk to you.
Keyword is need.
No, it's keyword is need. But you really have to exert. No, you really want. And there's a difference between really want and need.
That's facts. That's like I say. Some people don't know the difference between they want and they need.
Yeah, they don't.
Some girl wants a man that will walk with her on the beach every week. But she don't need that. But she might say she does.
Yeah.
I need a man who's hyper romantic.
No,
you don't need it.
No, you don't need it.
You want it.
You want it.
It's different.
And you really, really want it. Doesn't mean you really need it.
Yeah, okay. All right. Speak on that.
So communicate your feelings instead of avoiding conflict. And being triggered, look, that's actually a gift to see what you need to work on, not a way to censor other people. Like, yes, we should all be very considerate, but if you're seeing triggers more in terms of...
Pause. I like, yo, at some point, those words, when they get used a lot, at some point it becomes an insult, just like triggered. I remember at some point, people was saying to me, yo, okay, you're triggered. And I was like, yeah. No, yeah, that fucking triggers me. Eating with your mouth open triggers the fuck out of me. Okay? Shut your mouth. Yeah, I'm triggered.
You be triggered.
I'm triggered.
You be triggered.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, 100%. There's some shit that triggers you as well.
No, I'm composed. I don't know what you're talking about. Just because I'm sweating don't mean I'm nervous. Just means I'm hot. Whatever. Preach. Chinchilla. Just keep playing.
It's Mr. Chinchilla to you.
Okay. Miss Preach?
Yes.
Miss Preach?
And Miss Apple.
If you're seeing triggers more in terms of like censoring others rather than an opportunity for self-exploration, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. All of these tools are meant to help us navigate relationship dynamics. They're meant to help us repair inevitable ruptures. They're meant to protect our ability to remain engaged. But if you're using therapy speak as an excuse to ice people out, diagnose someone post-mortem your relationship, or set rules for another person's behavior, you are misusing them in an attempt to justify your own victim mentality, insecurity, or ego.
Okay, you're right. I don't want to put in the whole thing. I guess we don't stop it. But some short-term thoughts. What I would say is this. I understand the need to self-diagnose. Not everyone can afford therapy or go to figure things out on a professional level. So trying to make sense of the pain that you feel that's very real is difficult.
Yep.
And who is anyone on the outside to tell someone who's hurt that they're not traumatized? Very difficult. You don't know their experience. You don't know what's going on internally. For example, two people can get in a car accident. One person's traumatized, the other one's not.
Why not?
Someone can look at the situation and say, neither of you traumatized. Someone else can look at it and both of you are traumatized. But the truth is, only the person who's going through it, who can explain their symptoms to a professional, actually will be able to engage with the fact that they're traumatized. So, diagnosing others to me oftentimes is very unproductive I think if you're going to do it so very. It's like salt. Add it to the dish. Don't drown the bitch. People drown it. They drown it in salt. All of a sudden they look a little thirsty. But they cause their own suffering.
Yeah.
All I'm trying to say is, in an effort to make sense of the world, you actually shroud it in more evidence. Because by diagnosing something with PTSD, you lose the nuance of the situation, so you don't actually come to an understanding of why that behavior is actually there. Instead, you project it onto some trauma that happened in the past, and you're saying, this is why that happened. Or maybe it's a result of your own behavior. Maybe it's a result of something else that happened to that person. Maybe it's a result of work stress. But when you make everything about this diagnosis, you leave empty. There's no room for that nuance. And you know what? Sometimes your partner wasn't a narcissist. They were just an asshole to you. And the next person you get with, they're extremely kind with them. That happens.
Maybe you trigger some shit.
Maybe you bring out a part of him that reminds him of his mom or his sister or his first crush and he has unresolved feelings.
Or sometimes it was just you.
Or sometimes you're the shitty person and you bring out the bad things out of people. I mean, I gotta say this. I know some girls who want to convince me that all their exes were narcissists. What are you, the narcissist catcher? Like a dream catcher, but for narcissist catcher?
Or the
Are you the one who's just like a rat trap, but for narcissists? Everybody just falling into your shit and you suffering from that? And what are you doing to constantly attract narcissists? If I'm to believe the diagnosis, or since narcissists are so rare, is that maybe, just maybe, you have a bad pattern with who you're dating, but maybe they're not all narcissists. Maybe there's just certain patterns of behavior that are bad in
narcissists are like 5% of the population. Even all the 5% of the population falling in your lap.
I think it's even less than that.
I think it's even less. I'm just being
5% is insanely high number.
Yeah, but I think it's even less than that.
Let me look this shit.
It's even less than that. And people throw that shit around like everybody's a narcissist.
Well, I mean, my understanding of narcissism is that, and we all have a certain level of narcissism. There's just some people who really end up really, really high on the spectrum are actually like diagnosed. Between 0.5 and 1%. That's not that high.
No, it's very, very.
Hey, bitch.
Everybody can
get a lottery ticket. You're 0.5% landing on it every time.
Not everybody can be a narcissist in their life.
No.
So sometimes it gotta be you.
And here's the crazy part too. This is something that people don't know. Not all narcissists are bad. Not all narcissists are asshole partners. There's plenty of narcissists who get married, have kids, and mitigate a lot of their narcissistic tendencies to be able to have a functioning reality. I'm pretty sure that narcissism just relates to the fact of the way your brain's wired and the way you relate to emotions or empathy in that regards, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that you're inherently going to act out those behaviors all the time or you can't mitigate that.
Oh, like a sociopath and psychopath.
There's some fucked up, but even people who diddle kids or people who have that attraction. Not most people who have that attraction don't actually do it. No. That's the kind of fucked up thing to even think of. So all this, I understand why people do it, but you have to recognize short and quick answers rarely exist. Oftentimes the problems or the things that we want to solve are complex, they take time, they take reflection, they take life experience. People just want to slap a label because just like Bree said earlier, it just makes them feel comfortable and makes them understand.
Nothing. I want to feel like I understand the world. I know what's going on.
Here's the part that frustrates me about it. Because I do all this emotional labor, and then I pass it on to you, it's like, you don't even like it.
And I think it's okay.
This is why I feel neglected.
It's fine.
And that would be emotional. A partner who doesn't acknowledge your pain, your suffering, your labor.
That's your pain? That's your pain?
You don't see it because you think I'm sweating, but these are tears. I cry from
That's gaslight. You cry from your forehead, nigga? Yo, that shit was fun. And this motherfucker crying like this? Nah, B.
When they say Ethiopian men are sensitive, this is what they talk about. But
nobody said that ever. Ever.
That's true. That's true. Nobody said that.
Nobody said that.
I can't tell if they are. Moving on from that point. Me personally, when I meet a girl, she starts throwing out, "Oh, he's a narcissist," or "gaslighter," this and that. I start rolling my R's.
Those are I's, not R's.
But I do roll my R's. You know what I mean?
No, you don't.
Really?
When I see a girl and she throws away all those affirmations,
I'm bugging out.
I think when she's saying the person is narcissistic and gaslighting, I think I'm rolling my R's.
I fucked it up. I'm just saying, it's French. Don't do it, okay? Roll your R's, not your I's. You know what I mean?
You really try to go with it.
Yes.
When life gives you lemons, roll your R's. So, that's all. Anything else you want to say about narcissism, gaslighting?
Nah.
I didn't actually snooze. Today's topic, Lana Rhodes has a podcast called 3 Girls in One Kitchen.
Who?
Lana Rhodes. She's a prom star.
Oh, okay.
Blacked.
Dude, that's so weird. 3 girls, 1
Basically, if
kitchen.
you're not familiar with the term
And she's
hypergamy,
like,
it
she
means
hates the
marrying
fact that she was
into or
involved
having
in like
a
degrading
relationship
porn,
with someone of
but
a
you
higher
make a
sociological
reference to 2
status
girls, 1
or
cup
education. So that's basically hypergamy.
in your podcast reference.
Hypergamy.
Hypergamy. Hypergamy.
Okay. And so on Tumblr, it's like a huge community. That's actually where I got the idea for today's topic of trophy wife training.
Welcome to Trophy Wife Training. Here's the rule number 1 of Trophy Wife. Shut the fuck up. You're done.
Someone's a trophy wife. You're meant to be seen, not heard.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely.
You're a trophy.
You're not the first lady. You're
an object.
This episode, we're not going to preach to you guys about how to be the perfect woman for a man. This episode's more about how to become a more well-rounded woman for yourself.
Yeah.
And that will obviously draw in a high-value man.
And I think that's the 2021 definition. And I think that's like the rebranded trophy wife is that it's not just about looking good, you know, like if you want to have hairy legs and hairy armpits, you go girl, like you do that. If that makes you confident and you get a man like that, like that's, I support that. You know, I feel like we just support everything and it's about.
Yeah, if you want to have a trophy in the corner with smudges and fucking rust on it, go girl.
But that's not a trophy.
Nobody wants that trophy. Stop lying, okay?
But
this whole like inclusive,
no, but
like,
I think
gold digger.
I think that's what she's about to say. But let's see.
How you feel in woman empowerment. You know, like not necessarily being a trophy wife requires you to always look attractive. Some men think that.
You see why I don't have hope?
Some men think that, you know, brains is a turn on for them. So it's what they value in their eyes what makes you a trophy wife.
Or what you value to become a complete woman.
Then that's not a trophy wife. Call it woman empowerment. That's what it is.
I'm a provider, you know what I mean? Maybe not financially, but like in good conversations and in good company. I ain't really got a job, but I'll provide you with a body at home. That's not a provider. You can't just change the definition of stuff and then run with it like, yeah, well, this is what we want to be. No, you're a bum.
Because I want to take the negativity out of that word. So
you're a bum.
I'm going to rebrand it. That's not what it is.
I swear, these people.
A gold digger is a gold digger, and it's okay that she's a gold digger. Be a gold digger. That's how you make your money, boo-boo. And there's some men that want that. Do you, boo-boo?
If these goofballs have their way, I promise you, the English language is going to mean nothing.
I actually have a great analogy for you guys, which I don't think I've shared with you guys before. When I was in prison...
Bro, sister set up. T'es fucking chien, man. T'es fucking chien. Ça, c'est sûr que c'est un setup. C'est sûr que tu niaises. You set me the fuck up, Abba. You fucking trash-ass person. You... Yo! C'est un fucking set. C'est sûr que tu niaises. Yo! Toi, tu vas aller from rags to riches to trophy. No, you can't. Quel setup? Quel setup? Je vais même pas entendre l'analogie, je vais le faire calice.
We used to do a group in my cottage, which was the drug cottage.
We're good. Wrap it up. All right.
No.
Listen, that's what we thought. That's it for the day.
No. My plans haven't hatched to full fruition. Let us proceed.
You know, I had a friend who was dating like a beautiful girl, a really hot model that, like, she's just a gorgeous girl, drop dead gorgeous. Every guy in LA would love to date her. And he would say that he couldn't be with her because she's had too many sexual partners, and he only dated her because he wanted a trophy wife or a girlfriend.
Yes, a trophy that's been passed around hundreds of times doesn't have the same value as a trophy that you get for yourself. If you're looking for a trophy, it's meant to be for a winner. You want to feel special. Doesn't make sense. You know what it's like? It's like the dudes you talk about, like high value man, but they broke. This is the other end of that spectrum.
Yeah, is
right? These are girls who got peed and pooed on, trying to be trophy wives. It's like, boo boo, this trophy coming out with doo doo stains on it, and you like, why wouldn't you accept me? Because there's 3 trophies down there. It looks clean.
Because your hair look doodle brown. Doodle brown. It's doodle brown.
Yo, let's go.
Doodle brown.
I think sometimes in a relationship where some guys just might get bored and they just want to bring something up from the past to use against you, or even just when they fight in general, like it could be over bringing the wrong cup of coffee for your significant other, and then that argument is just gonna downfall to, well, you've slept with so many people, you're a whore, you know? Yeah. Just because they want to use something against you.
Can I get an espresso? Brought your cappuccino. You fucking slut! Hey babe, sorry. I need to put it back in the microwave. You fucking dirty whore!
Make it make sense. Make it make sense. C'est quoi le rapport? Elle est où la relation?
It's how you value yourself.
It said in the book that we read, Why Men Love Bitches, it said if you value yourself as a prize, they will see you as a prize as well. For example, in the past I've said, a girl cannot be the prettiest on the outside, but if a girl comes up to me and she's like, damn, I'm so hot, I'm the hottest girl in this room, I'm gonna double look at her and be like, is she the hottest girl in this room?
No, you're gonna be like, no, bitch, she's not.
Damn right.
Who the fuck she thinks she's the hottest bitch in the room? No, she's not.
How about this?
Who the hell she thinks she is? That's what you gonna do.
How about this? How many times have an ugly man come up to you with all the confidence in the world and you're like, ew! You weren't like, damn, is this Quasimodo looking nigga Brad Pitt? No! Stop lying. This is kind of delusional doublespeak that people do to themselves to make themselves think they can be anything. Bitch, if you 5'4", you're always gonna be 5'4".
No, I'm 5'4".
All right? Once you get pissed and pooed on, that's gonna be part of your history. It is what it is.
Once you get pissed and pooed on, you're staying.
You can't be a trophy wife.
You can't, and it's fine.
It's okay.
Majority of people are not trophy wives.
They're not.
Majority of wives are not trophy wives.
Yes, and majority
of guys are not top tier.
There you go.
So we good.
I could go get a new boob job today, but it wouldn't make me feel as good as I feel about being smart and educated.
And I think education also, or just educating yourself, there's no limit.
Bro, isn't this the most basic thing?
It is it's basic.
Did you not see that Starbucks cup?
It's super basic.
Did you see that Starbucks? Spiced pumpkin?
Yeah.
You think so?
Latte.
Can we check your feet?
Let's go.
For what?
UGG boots.
You know they're wearing Uggs. We know.
Obviously, I've experienced this a ton because of my past. Guys will be fine with it at the beginning. Then as those feelings start to develop, they start getting insecure and jealous the more in love with you they are. And then they start questioning, they start going and watching the stuff, and then they start questioning you about it, and they just get very insecure in themselves. And so
They go watch the stuff because the stuff is out there, honey. You put it out. It means it comes with a cost. Okay? They live in this fantasy world where, yo, I'm gonna do everything that I want to do, and it's not gonna come at a cost of something.
Comfort?
It will.
Who would get married with somebody, find out they got a criminal record, and wouldn't check into it? Who would marry somebody, find out they got like videos of them singing in front of millions of people, and wouldn't go watch it? If you're with somebody, you're gonna look into it. If it's online, of course.
Oh, but Abba, you're sex shaming. No, that's not what it is. It's not sex shaming. It's not what it is. There's a cost. That's how the society works.
Damn right.
What's up?
That's how the society views it.
Almost.
I'm not
Give
saying
me a
it's
sec.
right or wrong. I view it like that, but don't be surprised when it happens.
I've even like had that happen with myself as well, where I'm super cool at the beginning of a relationship, then maybe something happens, or just like those feelings develop, and then you sort of just become like, the love sometimes makes you act in a way that you wish that you didn't.
I've definitely been like that. I've been in relationships where I'm like, I don't know why I'm picking this fight today, but
back to being
like, who's this girl?
Who is this girl? Is the woman version of whore. That's so you say you don't want that because you went to get him a coffee. I didn't get that, but you're doing the same thing. Do you even realize you're doing the same? Press play.
But do you guys think that I should, a lot of people tell me, oh, you'll never be married. Why would anyone want to date you? Do you think I should be excluded from ever being considered a trophy wife because of my past?
No.
Yeah. Trophy wife? No. Trophy wife absolutely should be excluded. You don't get the requirements. It's like, should me fucking 30 guys mean I'm excluded from like being a virgin? Yes. I'm not saying you should strive to be a virgin. I'm just saying you can't be one, okay? This whole like new thing where everyone can just say they are what they are. I'm 10 years old. You're not 10.
I'm a born again version.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're a whore. Sorry.
God damn, bro.
You're. It's because it's a video.
God damn.
It's because you didn't bring didn't bring me the right coffee. You didn't bring me the right coffee.
You fucking nailed that shit out the ballpark. You just went. You just fucking.
You're a whore.
You just went fucking. You went in. I'm going in for the win.
Damn.
The fuck?
I'm just saying. It's like.
Because it, once again, like I had mentioned, you know, the concept of trophy wives is more focused on the man than the women because it's in their eyes, it's like a possession, it's a prize that they value.
It literally means that they won.
The winner does not ask the trophy how they feel. He claims it. That's like a fish trying to talk to a fisherman about fishing. Just shut the fuck up and be a fish.
And I don't want a trophy. I don't have a trophy wife. That's not what I want. But for the people that get into that, trophy, what you won. You're the prize. So of course it's gonna be focused on the man.
Damn right.
Damn right. No hit.
When I was in prison, we used to do a group in my cottage, which was the drug cottage. And I remember our counselor, Miss Smith, we do a lot of stuff on love because it was a women's prison. So a lot of times women got sucked into things with men trying to chase after love.
The reason why she's in prison is because she loved a man too much. Accountability. What's that?
And I remember she held up a picture, it was a black and white picture. And she said, you want to be a full picture by yourself. You should already be a full picture. And then she held up another picture. And it was the same picture, but it was colored in. She says, you need to be the full picture by yourself. And once you complete that picture, you will find someone who will bring color to it.
That's amazing. Yeah.
If you're a trophy wife, you have to be some kind of woman. And when you get to that point of a woman, you're gonna find someone that's gonna be able to hang that trophy on a wall. I mean, that picture. I mean, great.
You want to go now, or can I have another like 5-8 minutes?
All right. Well, here comes the porn star ex-convict who wants to tell you how to be a high-value woman. Okay.
Bro.
Anyways. Okay. Now, that is it for today's video.
Oh, yes.
Do you have anything that you've taken away?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Do you want to say anything?
The delusion of people. Listen,
I got nothing else to add. I've done my job. I'll let him.
Wow. Wow. Now, people in jail can do whatever they can achieve and say, but we're talking about trophy wife. Trophy wife is the epitome of the guy that can choose. He's at a status that he can choose. That's what it is. He's not necessarily looking for love. So why would he choose an ex-convict that, and no, things are great and everything and stuff, but why would he do that? Why? And guess
What's up,
what?
buddy?
When you're talking about, yeah, the girl can be looking at how she wants and the guy that's high value, top tier millionaire takes that girl, he's not gonna be a trophy to his peers.
How we doing,
and
man?
That's one of the points of a trophy wife, that she looks good to other people, not just him, to other motherfuckers out there. He might want to choose her, but motherfuckers will be like, oh, that's your wife. All right, you're ex-convict. When he gonna go to the country club, they gonna round his ass when the wife is not there. Trust. And then she doesn't become a trophy wife. She gets off the shelf.
They're not gonna go after him for her being Tom. They're gonna go after him because she got fucked.
You're sleeping.
Yeah, and then after that,
That's
can I have a go at your wife?
quite talented if
and
you're
then he might lose opportunities just because
sleeping.
he's with that person because he made a poor decision. Yo, no. You think you could think what a trophy wife can be. You could think all of that good stuff. Great, but it's not what it is. It ain't it.
Yo sabré reír, yo sabré llorar, yo sabré entregarte mi cariño. Negra, negra que te quiero, negra presuntuosa, mira que me estoy muriendo, vida de tu boca, que me está pisando los talones de la libertad. Negra, negra que te quiero.
I'm Josa.
Why are you shaking your head? Why are you shaking your head? You don't like our youth? What's wrong with them?
Nothing. We'll find out.
Also, when I mean them, I don't mean them as a group. I'm using their proper pronouns.
There you go. You found it.
I'm Mina. I'm Grace. I'm Jocelyn.
And we're best friends.
I think I'm like the shy one. Like I
Amber.
balance them out.
I would definitely say I'm the wild one. Pretty crazy.
No, hip.
Open relationship.
I was gonna say open titties because that corset is wild, my die.
My what?
My die. Yeah. I'm gonna just own that shit. I said that. Yeah, my die. What does that mean? Don't ask no motherfucking question. Even when you're wrong, you're right. That's how you be a man.
How you doing?
Hey. Thank you.
Photography. I'm in just got a film camera. I love biking. I'm really into music and I like acting. I snowboard and rock climb.
You did that, but one of them went, yeah! You didn't hear that shit?
I snowboard and rock climb.
All right. Has everybody here been with a woman of color before?
Of course. Yeah. I mean, I haven't even been in a relationship. So.
Oh.
I haven't been in a relationship before.
What does everybody think about therapy? And are you in therapy?
Oh, I'm an advocate. I use online ones, a BetterHelp one.
Okay, cool.
They brought up like deep stuff from like my childhood. And like, yeah, but yeah, it makes sense now. Every week.
Every week? Okay.
Everybody needs it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To some degree. I tried to schedule an appointment and they didn't apply.
It's hard to find a therapist. It can be really hard. At least you're trying.
I've never been in therapy, but everybody's got their type of therapy. My type of therapy is nature kind of thing, like going outdoors.
Do you plan on ever going to therapy?
If I need it, yeah. I'm not against it, but where I've been and where I'm at, haven't needed it, yeah.
Okay.
What are some red flags you guys stay away from?
You didn't go to therapy. If they say that, I'll fucking lose it. No, I actually lose it. I'll actually lose it, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
And I was gonna say that.
I don't like when someone's too clingy. I think we need like a life outside of each other.
Obey.
One word you guys would use to describe
Can you give me like 5 more minutes?
Yeah. I would
Okay.
say swaggylicious.
I think they're going to eliminate Swaggylicious. That's my suspicion.
You think they're gonna eliminate Swagalicious?
I think so.
More nerve-wracking than I expected it to be. They're all really nice. Yeah. They're very innocent. I was happily surprised. Yeah. What's the name of the person standing next to you? The puzzle? Yeah, I like her name. Nick. Yeah. He's an advocate for therapy. I feel bad. You think my friend? I was gonna say it. Yeah, I was thinking because that he was too. Like, yeah. And then the therapy question. Everybody needs therapy. Yeah.
everyone needs therapy.
What's your definition of therapy?
Hold up, let's be clear. They already defined it because he said my form of therapy is going out to nature and doing hobbies. So clearly he has outlets. They don't recognize that as valid therapy. So what they're talking about is one thing: seeing a psychologist.
Yeah.
That's what they're talking
about.
So we going off that.
Yeah.
Everybody needs that, apparently.
I see what you're saying. I think that everybody needs therapy.
But you mean therapy different?
Yeah.
You need.
Everyone needs. Yeah. There you go. And that's not what they mean.
But that's not therapy.
That's not what they mean.
Right? So I agree with that. We all need outlets. So nobody's gonna say people don't need hobbies. People need things they need to do in life to unleash whatever it is. Okay? They're talking about therapy with a doctor. I have a personal problem with this because, one, it seems as though the only way to unravel or to help or to heal or to improve on your mental state for them is through therapy, right? And this is like the trend I've seen over the last 7 or 8 years, is that one, people start assuming a whole bunch of mental sicknesses that they don't actually have. People, like this is a problem even in the medical field. People start going to the doctor too much, and they're actually the ones who cause the most amount of burdens on the healthcare system because they go there for everything and anything, whereas there's a group of people who don't go there at all. These people, what they're saying is everyone needs therapy. You all need something. There's something wrong with you that you cannot heal through any other means or methods. I hate this kind of messaging. We basically told young people to pathologize themselves, their own issues, and always turn it into some kind of condition. Oh, I have BPD. Why? Because sometimes I get angry, and another time you're a fucking human. Okay? You don't have BPD. A lot of people just self-diagnosing because it's like the new thing that's in on the social media apps. And this is another reflection of that. Who are you to look at somebody who says, I'm good, and you're like, no, you need therapy? Who? Oh, wait. I'm just saying, whenever I hear this kind of lingo, it really rubs me the wrong way. Oh yeah, you need some healing. You need to go to therapy. For what reason? What have you even seen in their behavior? Just because you're fucked up, don't mean you got to project that on everybody else. That's your problems. And just because you need a doctor to talk to you doesn't mean everyone else does. Now, let's also be honest. Therapy is a privilege.
Yep. Definitely.
Forget being able to even afford one. Affording one is even half the problem. You have to afford 10, because best believe you won't have to shop for a good therapist.
And one is not going to get you out.
You're hitting the lottery if you find the right therapist on the first try. So, nah, not everybody needs therapy. But just notice something I really appreciate. The people who talk like this and say this kind of goofy stuff always look weird like this. Anything you want to say on the therapy talk? No.
That's what I said.
I mean, even when you see a therapist, seeing a therapist won't heal. You know what the therapist generally does? It helps you either unravel some things in your mind or point you in some actionable steps that you can start to take in your own life. Yeah. But if you're already taking those actionable steps, you don't need it. Sometimes you see a therapist and they'll say, well, do you have any hobbies? Do you have any kind of physical outlets? Do you have people you can talk to in your life? Do you have a support system? Do you have a job that gives you some kind of rewarding feeling? But if you're already taking those actionable steps, what do you need therapy for?
Yeah, okay, Nicholas. No, but he's so sweet, but I don't think it's us. We're like very strong personalities, and I just don't feel like he's like matching that. Do we agree on him? I feel like Capricorns are generally very material driven.
Really?
You guys can be pretty stubborn.
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, I'm putting the watch right.
I mean, I think it's the personality.
I agree. I'm sure you're much more multifaceted than that. You said you're in therapy, and
I'm in therapy.
Did inner child work.
Nah, bro, this shit cringe. That
shit is cringe as
something
fuck.
is like very disturbing. First off, she's like, Capricorns are this. So like, she starts assuming all kinds of things about his mental state and the kind of personality he has. Then she pretends to be some kind of open-minded weirdo who's just like, oh yeah, but it's so great you're healing yourself through therapy. It's like you marginalized him with one hand with this whole fucking bullshit about signs, and then at the same time you want to pretend like you're open-minded because you're like, therapy's amazing. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I don't know. I think my life experience is the people who do this whole empathy bullshit are like some of the most closed-minded.
No way.
It always rubs me the wrong way, but this is my biases, so don't listen to me.
Wait, what do you do besides climbing for fun?
I like to do yoga, I like to journal, fashion stuff, thrifting.
Journaling is cool. I started doing that. It's like super like, I guess therapeutic.
Yeah, it is.
But I be talking crazy about people.
I'm sorry. It's coming out a lot. It's coming out a lot.
I think not.
But let's keep watching. Look at my mouth.
I have a question for you, actually.
Okay.
Okay, so when it comes to yourself, right, what is your favorite thing about yourself?
Emotionally, I think I'm really like adaptive. I can relate to other people really well. Like if you're high energy, I'll be high energy.
Okay.
If you're a little low, I'll be the high energy for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
That's not what that thing is. If you're high energy, I can be high energy, and if you're lower energy, I can be your high energy. Like I can adapt this dish for you, you know, if you like spicy food, I can make it spicy. And if you don't like spicy food, I could do it spicy and you could just put it on the side.
Do you miss the Portland weather at all?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, it's
I do.
surprising, right?
Yeah, it is. New York and Portland both have a big jazz scene.
Oh!
And I'm in the jazz scene.
Okay.
So I've never been to New York, but I really want to.
Yeah, okay, so I know you said you were interested in music when you were saying your passion. So is jazz music something that you're passionate about?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I was in jazz band from middle school all the way through high school. Yeah, jazz it's not like a big part of...
What the fuck is wrong with the music? For real?
I don't know.
I understand what you try to do because they're talking about jazz, but that's a no. That's a no. That's, When I'm having a conversation, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I'm trying to do
You cannot beat my legion single-handedly.
What the fuck is going on, man?
It was cute. It was cute experience. Nick had such a good fluid conversation. He's a great conversationalist, very great eye contact. I love talking to him.
So I chose Noah.
I chose Nick. I wrote Nicky Poo.
I chose Nick also.
The ladies love me. So I chose
Hey, bro. Listen, you didn't do anything wrong. That's just... You know the best part?
This matters not.
Look at their heights. A lot of short guys who just run off like...
My final decision ended up being...
Conversation, and I think we had a lot of time. It was sick, so I chose Joseph.
I call upon my subjects.
Nigga, they put crickets.
I told you she wasn't feeling him.
No, she wasn't.
I told you.
I think it flowed. I think there's a lot in common. I chose Nina.
All the dates I went on, you guys are lovely. I had a great time with each and every one of you.
Damn.
That means
the two black people didn't get in.
The two black people didn't get in. The person that I chose it was hard. I'm gonna be honest. I'm still conflicted, even right now.
Hey, just say it.
Hey, this guy, you know what it is about this dude? He's been too politically correct. You know what I'm saying? Just say it. I'm sure you got some skeletons in your closet. You don't have to pretend to be the best person in the world. Just be a piece of shit and this woman say it. I got $1,000 to change it, shooting me. Well, here's fine.
$1,000? No.
You want to take that bet?
No.
I didn't think so.
No, of course not.
Yeah, because I'm about to be rich.
You high?
Yeah.
The girl that I chose
Black people get no love.
People are not happy about the therapy stuff either. No, if it is, I don't like. Yeah, that's actually a great comment. Somebody said, "I'm a strong advocate for therapy and destigmatizing it. Still don't believe that everyone must use it, but everyone can benefit. So it should be easily accessible to all. We're still very young and are in a group of like-minded girls who seem to agree on almost everything. There's no one to play devil's advocate on the subject and challenge them to expand their views. That breeds a little bit of ignorance sometimes. A lot of people have healthy outlets that don't currently need therapy. There you go. That's a great comment right there. That is true that they listen to agree on everything and then just backing each other up. Right. Both therapy for I think is probably the most interesting part of this for me. Obviously, we had some other laps, but yeah, if you're sitting at home and you're struggling with certain things, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need therapy. Sometimes you got to go through the steps of life to figure things out yourself. But sometimes therapy can actually be a good tool. Just understand therapy is not the end all be all. A lot of times, eating a bit better, finding some good physical and artistic outlets, having a good support system, people you can talk to in your personal life, those will always be much better substitutes for therapy. So just understand there's actionable steps you can take to improve your mental and your physical health that don't require you going to see a shrink. Okay? Doesn't mean it's wrong to. I'm saying you don't need to. Because now this message is really important because for people who can't afford it, we shouldn't be convincing them that if they need therapy because they can't afford it, they're f***ed. Think about what kind of message that sends. A lot of people can't afford therapy. So when you're saying everyone needs it and a lot of people can't get it, you're saying they're f***ed. Is that a good message? And there's people all over the world who function amazingly well in poor countries, in other places, and have zero access to therapy. So don't make it out to be something that's absolutely necessary. I think it's a poor way to engage with the topic. And I'm somebody who advocates for it. I just don't like the way a lot of young people are doing it, or the way a lot of people are jumping on mental health in general.
They just want to have. They want to be.
All right, y'all.
They want to be able to put a tag on everything. Like they have those little tag, whatever.
I think it's 2 degrees separated from. It's not fucked up. I think therapy and mental health stuff is 2 degrees separated from astrology.
The way they treat about it, the way they go with it. Yes.
If you notice, the people who talk about mental health and a lot of astrology stuff, vast majority of them are women.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo,
the reason
bro.
why I think women
Oh my
like a lot of
Jesus.
astrology stuff is sometimes it helps them make sense of the world.
Yeah, they want to know how to.
they feel like they know a little bit more.
Yeah, closure and want to know predictions.
Men do conspiracy theories.